I don't like this actually. This when you both sat either side of me, it's kind of horrible.
Great
Actually.
to have you.
How you doing, buddy?
How you doing?
No, I don't like this.
Hey,
Stop
yeah,
doing it
it's really-
immediately.
hey,
Stop doing this.
we like him young.
Hey,
I'm not even young. That's
If
the
you're
thing.
listening, Josh is like a young-looking boy with an old man's face.
welcome to the
Yeah,
dungeon.
I've got the crow's feet.
You've got what we call the worst of both worlds.
Yeah.
Oh, that was rude. Right? You know that.
No, Josh is a good-looking guy.
Okay, well let's not overcompensate. But he's all right.
No, it's
You've got a great personality. I will give you that, and you're pretty funny.
Yeah, thank you.
Funny. You should moisturize though. You got like dry.
It's so dry today.
You're very dry.
Do you want me to?
No, it's actually really dry. I looked in the mirror this morning before I left, and I was like, "Oh God,
Do you want me
it's like
to-
This is."
Do you want me to rub some into you?
Yeah. Have you got lotion?
I actually do.
I'll have some after.
Hey, I've got a whole tube full in my pants. How about that?
No,
Was it
yeah.
1,000 bottles or something?
I'm not gonna lie. Is it weird that I feel extra today? I feel like I want to molest this man. Is it just me?
That's weird.
Just me?
Extra rapey for you is quite weird.
Yeah, well, that's norm.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't know, Josh. I just feel like I want to squeeze into him. I just want me and you to really sandwich into
Really,
it.
Yeah,
just get a
you-
little Josh sandwich.
It's it really
White and brown bread. How about that? You know,
Yeah.
we're mixing up.
Mixing up.
Yeah,
Reference to shout out Paris Patel.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like Paris's joke when you.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
so
I do,
you-
yeah.
Wouldn't, what is it? You wouldn't make a. I'm so bad at doing other
You
people's
wouldn't
jokes.
make a sandwich with 2 different slices of bread.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, but you could.
Yeah, but
Hey, and we
couldn't
we
you?
will.
We will.
We will.
Yeah.
With a nice slice of mayonnaise.
He would
in
be
the middle.
he would be turkey.
Yeah.
He would be turkey.
Plain.
Yeah, like,
bland.
yeah.
Plain
Boring,
with just
boring.
skin, you know.
I don't like it. My skin is like, it's super stretchy as well. It's like
It is.
Yeah.
It's like falling off me.
You've got, but you know what
You're-
you've got going for you? You've got that, was it last year they had the Frog Boy Summer? Did you guys hear about
the
this?
fuck is that?
You know, like, I'm going to pull it up now. You know, like, there was, you know how people, like, they go through phases, like, women fancy and different kinds of men. There was, like,
Oh,
Rat
yeah, the
Boy
Rat
Summer.
Boys, yeah,
the
yeah.
Frog Boy Summer.
Frog Boy?
You've got a Frog Boy thing going, man. I'm going to show you.
That
Do you know-
doesn't sound
do you know,
good.
Do you know who it is? You know Tom Holland?
Yeah.
He's got that kind of look about him,
You
right?
have got a Tom Hollandy young boy.
A
thing.
girl said that to me on a date once. She was like,
have it,
she was
man.
like, you look like Tom Holland. And I was
Yeah.
like, fuck off. I was like, no, I don't. I was like, what, did he get acid attacked?
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't.
Ah, you do a little bit. Anyway, you look like Tom Holland and a couple of
Yeah.
other froggy
Yeah,
guys.
our guest this week is Josh Weeden.
Josh Weeden, yeah.
Yay.
Full-time software engineer, part-time comedian. So,
Do you know? Don't let him do that to you, because just
No,
because
yeah, hang on
he's
a second.
unemployed.
Yeah,
don't let him.
you don't fucking, you don't talk
I'm
to
not
me.
unemployed.
Yeah.
I'm
guy-
working right now.
Oh yeah.
You know what this guy looks like, right? He looks like Jesus.
Yeah, dude, Josh does this.
Yeah, I
If he
know.
came out from the dead
I
Dude,
know, yeah.
to open a
The
vape
vape shop.
shop.
Yeah.
He always does
That's
that,
happened
yeah.
like 5 times where I'll be doing a set and Josh will be hosting, and then right before I come up on stage, he'll say my opening line
that's great.
before I come on stage, and then
That's
just
great.
fuck me.
It's fun. It's fun.
That is
I
fun.
like doing it because I always see him in the back, and he's like,
Yeah.
You are a saboteur.
You
Yeah,
are.
MC.
it's fun.
Every time you've brought me up, you're like, this guy is a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
I just,
Yeah.
he's a really bad guy.
There was
And
one-
he's
everyone-
late.
yeah, and you come on, you're like, you're right, and they're like,
Nah,
There was
yeah.
one time like 3 months
Like,
ago.
yeah, he is.
It was like 3 months ago, and we were at Bunker, and like this was before Bunker was Bunker, and George was we were doing like shotgun, so like whoever was on stage just announces the next comment.
Yeah.
And so I went on, and then George went. You know what I'm gonna say? Yeah. So I went on. I had a great set, and then George went on, and I had a great set. And Josh went on after, and he did have a great set. But when George was finishing his set, he was like, "All right, guys, so welcome this next guy." I've forgotten his name. And he wasn't joking. George wasn't as close with Josh, so he was like,
that's brutal.
Give it up for Luke, everybody."
yeah, he's
And then
like,
Josh-
Luke, everyone.
Yeah.
He said, the thing is, he said to me, like, we were stood, like, because obviously our mode is a tiny little room. We were stood at the back, and he was about to go on, and I was stood behind him, and he just turned to me, and he was like, what's your name again? I was like, bruv. I was like, we've been doing gigs for like 6 months.
Yeah.
I was like, and he was like, I was obviously at the start. I was like, a good one.
Yeah.
And he was there like, I'm serious.
I really don't know what you're
And I just didn't tell him.
Yeah.
And I was like, you figure it out. And
Yeah.
then he went on and was like, Luke, everyone.
He looked at you and went, "White guy."
Yeah. Mate, I've had that more than once as well. I've had like multiple people
Yeah.
have forgotten my name and then defaulted to Luke.
If
And I'm like,
You
why?
do look like a Luke.
You look like a Luke. You also
I
look
can
like
see
a
it.
Chris.
Yeah, you look like leukemia,
Yeah.
honestly. You look like
Yeah.
you could be dying.
Yeah.
I think it's because I used to be fatter, and that's why my skin is still.
Yeah, you said you used to be like,
I've
what,
never.
really
Can
fat?
we see a pic of you being a little chubster? I can't
Yeah.
picture
Chubby
you being
fun stuff?
Yeah, I can't be a little ball of.
I looked fucking gross.
And then make sure you send the picture to me so
You-
I
by the
can
way-
give it to our editor and,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
just get
yeah.
that in the clip.
By the way, you are a very weird guy, Josh. I will say that. I mean,
Yeah,
you've got
did
a
you
picture.
just see all the photos?
No, yeah. Look
at that one.
your cock. No,
This is a good. Look at that one. You see that one? Look at that.
is that you?
I told
Yeah.
you, he's shredded.
Oh no, but you know why this is so funny?
Look, this is what I used to look like.
What? What?
Bro, you know what's crazy? You look like... Bro,
you look like a hard geezer.
You look like a hard geezer, but bro, you look like a guy I know. You look the spitting bro. If I'm gonna pull up a picture of this guy,
What is
I know.
that? Is what's that tattoo? Is that a swastika? That's crazy.
for everyone listening, there's a picture of Josh, and it's like he's like fat. He's got a chest tattoo above his nipple. He's got sunglasses on. He's skinhead. He's holding a bottle of Champers in like bright orange swimming shorts. He looks like he's in Ibiza or something, like a proper hard.
Where
nut.
is that?
That is insane. That's you.
Yeah.
I can't lie. That's
let
one
me-
of the only times someone showed me a picture of them, and it does. I don't
Yeah,
believe that's you.
it legit
You
does
look
look like-
completely different.
It's gross. It's
Wait,
fucking
let
gross.
me-
I think you kind of look better there.
Fuck off.
Honestly,
It's so
you
disgusting.
know.
Look at that. Look at that. That's my boy.
Oh, that's a Libby.
Yeah,
How
that's-
crazy is that?
No, he's
That's
an
a
actual
bit-
bald guy.
Yeah,
I mean, his hairline's not great, but
Yeah.
not great.
look at the face.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was.
I'm telling you, when he hasn't got a beard, bro, I'm telling you, he looks the spitting.
Bro,
image.
I
That's
can't
crazy.
believe that's you, Josh.
It's mental, isn't it?
That looks. You look like a proper geezer from Kent there.
Yeah.
You look like you wouldn't even know
I
what.
was behaving that way.
You
but-
look like you wouldn't know what software is in that picture. You wouldn't even
Yeah,
know.
that guy is a software engineer.
That's crazy. Bro, I can't believe that, Josh.
Yeah.
That
Just-
is insane.
That's crazy. You are shredded now.
I
though.
used to
Jesus
have.
Christ, man.
I used to have like slick back hair as well.
Oh, Josh, this is
Really?
crazy to me.
Yeah, I need to.
yeah,
find,
if you're listening,
That character is a little bit intimidating. I've
Yeah.
never seen you as
because
intimidating.
now
That is
Josh,
a bit scary.
Josh is the definition of lean.
Yeah,
Like,
oh, yeah.
Josh has like low body fat and he's like cut to shit.
Yeah.
You should show the photo where I'll send you the other photo as well. You can
Yeah.
show that one where I'm fucking jacked. But yeah.
What was the secret to your weight loss transformation?
It's depression, I think. No, I was. It genuinely was. I.
No, I really wanted to kill myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
it helps.
No, it was. I basically just like. I just had a hang because I get like the fucking crazy anxiety after I drink, and I basically just had like it was like a New Year's Eve in like 2000 and it must have been like 2020, something like that, 2019, just before the pandemic, and yeah, I basically just had the worst mental breakdown for like I didn't sleep for like 2 days. It was fucking crazy. I was like just having fucking panic attack all throughout the night. I went to bed like 4 p.m. the next day.
Oh,
And and I was just like, all right, okay, this is enough now.
Yeah.
And I was like, I stopped like doing drugs and like cut way down on drinking. And then I was like, oh yeah, I used to like to exercise when I was a kid. Like maybe I should do that again.
Yeah.
And then I just was like, I was one of those fucking knobheads. It's like the fucking, the people that do like high rocks.
Yeah.
I've heard about High Rocks.
Yeah,
Is that like one of those boot camp things?
It's like CrossFit.
No, it's
Right.
it's like the gym, but like a competition. It's like it's
Yeah.
basically for people that have no talent.
It's like medicine ball slams and all that
Yeah,
shit.
they're not
Right.
good at they're not good at fucking
A sport.
Yeah, they're not good at a sport,
Yeah.
and they used to do drugs,
Yeah.
and then they were like, now I'm depressed,
Yeah.
and they're like, I'm gonna get into fucking
Yeah.
high rock.
It's either that or run a marathon. That's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
where
Right.
people go.
yeah, it's like I'm gonna do like.
So it's what
mixed-
guys from Clapham do.
Yeah, it literally,
Yeah.
mate. One of my best mates lives in Clapham, and is like he texted us the other day. I was like, anyone want to do high rocks? I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, so gay, bro.
Bro, I can't believe
Wow.
you're a little fatty. That's mad to me.
Do you feel good now? Like, do you feel better? Because I feel like I've had periods where I've worked out and shit, and I'm not working out right now, and my mental health is rocky. And I know that if I worked out, I would feel better. But like,
Yeah.
do you feel good now?
Yeah, Wait, I was so fucking depressed for so long. Like literally from like 18 up until like 23. Like that all throughout uni.
'Cause you're 29 now.
Yes, yeah. All throughout uni I was just depressed the entire time. It was
Yeah.
fucking crazy because all I was doing was like going out drinking and doing drugs, and that was it. And just doing fucking nothing, just
What
eating.
were your drugs of choice?
Like when I was like 18, I was doing it was like Mandy and pills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because those were like the fun ones.
Yeah, I did a lot of that.
Yeah. And then
Heroin.
Yeah, yeah. And fucking you got a crocodile. That was my arms are falling. No, it was
Yeah, crocodile was crazy.
yeah, no, it was like then it all just goes to cocaine.
Yeah, it's
Cocaine's
always gear, innit?
Cocaine's
Yeah.
it's so good though.
I've never done it.
Really fuck off.
I've
Never done it.
I've never done it.
No way.
I've never done it.
No, get the
Bullshit.
fuck out.
On my
With that mustache?
Get
on
the
my-
fuck out.
On my life, I have never touched cocaine.
Sweat. Look me in the eye. Swear on your girl.
On my kids, on my baby's life, I've never touched cocaine ever
What?
in my life.
But all your boys are like proper
but
white geezer.
That's why I didn't fucking do it, because I saw it so
Wow.
much as a kid. All of my, everyone in my family was a gearhead. All of the older people in my area were gearheads.
Wow.
I saw so many people just like, when I was 17, I went to work with my cousin as a roofer, and there was a geezer called Kieran from Belfast, and he was like a family friend, and he used to come in, no joke, Monday to Friday, sniffed up and do an 8-hour day grafting, hard work, and then he'd just go home and sniff cocaine and sit in his room. And I remember just being like 16, being like, you couldn't pay me to do that.
Yeah.
I did pills, I did all that shit,
Right.
But cocaine never went
I'm
near
so
it.
shocked by that.
Never went
I didn't
near
do
it.
like
That's crazy.
I never did like a crazy amount. It wasn't like a fucking. It wasn't like ever like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's fucking insane.
Oh,
That's
it's
like
mental.
that's
Bro,
like,
when I was like 16, the first day I went to go and work with my cousin, I worked him for like a week, and then he was like, right, there's some work on Saturday, go and do it. I'm going to send a geezer called Alex there. I'm 16, I don't know what I'm doing. He's like, you just turn up, get there at 7 or whatever, and he'll show you what to do. I get to the job, get in the gaff, like set the ladders up and that. Sat there from about 7:30 till about 11, didn't turn up. So I've called my cousin a couple of times. I'm like, look, he's not here. He's like, he'll get there. The geezer turned up, clearly sniffed up. So, all right, let's have a cup of tea, mate. Let's have a cup of tea. Sat down, had a cup of tea, read the paper. He's like, I'm not going to lie, mate. I need to go to a brass. And then he just left. He left.
Wow.
So I had to call my cousin. I was like, am I getting paid for today? I just put the ladders down and left.
was it George that you were working with?
No. It was,
Wow.
honestly, the sad thing is he was about 50.
Oh,
That is-
yeah. See, that's rough.
That was sad. But
You see those
all of
sniffers?
those,
Yeah.
When it's like, I need a
yeah.
prostitute
But
right
literally,
now.
he sat
Or
down.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sat down, cup of tea, read the paper for 2 seconds, went, you know that deep like sigh when you go like,
Yeah.
I think I need a brass, mate. I'm gonna go, mate.
It's not like
you know?
he's saying it like it's like I need a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I need a fucking.
I
need a
literally,
whore.
16-year-old me called my cousin. I'm like, he's gone. He's like, what do you mean he's gone? He's fuming. He's like, what do you mean I'm paying you for the day? And I'm like,
Yeah, like,
he said he needed the brass. I don't know. What am I gonna do?
Oh man.
But all
No,
of
you
those
come back here
experiences,
now.
all those experiences for me, I was like, nah, never gonna.
I had it where I was working on a trading floor, and they did coke all the time. And I remember like I really wanted to try it because I was just curious.
Yeah.
And at one point
good.
they were doing it. They were doing
so
it.
good.
Josh
It
is
is
gonna
so-
relapse.
oh, man,
Yeah, but,
it is
but that's
so
the thing.
good.
But they were like at one point they put out like a little bit on the end of the desk, and they were like, look, that's a little bit. If you want to try it, that's like a little bit.
They definitely just say you're just a fat
But
slut.
yeah, but I was like, no, they didn't. It was actually a little bit. But the thing is, I was really tempted. But I've always had heart anxiety. I've always had a panic about like,
Yeah,
my
same.
heartbeat, or I'm gonna have a heart attack. And I'm like you, when I get mad drunk and I get hungover, I get mad anxious. So I saw that and I was like, I just know that if I do that, I'm gonna, whatever happens, I'm gonna be like, my heart, I'm having a heart attack, and I just fucking.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's embarrassing.
I know.
Yeah.
Being on a trading floor, giving it a big bollock,
Yeah.
close 2 deals today, and
My
you're
heart,
like,
my heart.
someone call my mum.
But bro, it was crazy because these guys were like, I remember there was a guy, one of the brokers I work with, bro, he was on the phone to an investor. And he was like racking up a line on the desk, like while he was on the phone. And then he was literally just there on the phone with his headset. And he went, well, that's the thing with Smith. What we'll do is we'll look for 10,000. Let me just check with my secretary on that. Just hold for confirmation. He'd press the mute button on the phone. Yeah, that's fine. We got 10,000 processed for you. That'll get. And I was watching that and I'm like, this is insane.
Mad.
That's good.
Mad.
But they would spunk all, bro. There'd be weeks and months where like we'd have like a really good month and we'd sell loads and we'd make great money. And then like the third week of the month, they'd come to me like, oh, Ollie, lend us 100 quid, mate, until payday. And I'm like, you made $7,000 last month. They were like, yeah, fucking coke valleys and all that kind of stuff. It's just like,
It's so funny the different like perspective that we've seen it from. You've seen it from like pretty cool, successful guys in a trading floor with suits
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
and
that's like the upper class.
I saw a 50-year-old go, I need a bra
Yeah,
at
yeah.
10 a.m.
I think I'm right in. I was right in the middle of literally
Yeah,
right.
where you
perfect
are, yeah.
slap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was between those two things. It was
Yeah.
like I was doing it because I liked it, but also because I was sad.
Yeah.
That's why I was doing it.
Why do you think you were so sad?
It was because it was.
Why is that funny?
No, it was.
Because I don't know. It just made me laugh.
It was because it was my fucking mate died. That was
Yeah,
why. That was
yeah.
what it was. It was after the fucking. It literally was from 18. It was.
Is it bad if we get him to tell the story to get a clip out of it? Because it is a wild
I'll tell
story.
it, sorry.
No, we can't do it unless you're.
No,
a kid.
yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's like.
I'm just imagining all
I
the
just start
effects and
breaking- I just
sound
start
effects
breaking
popping
Wait,
up.
wait, did his family follow you on Instagram?
Let me put that down so I can
This
remember.
is sad.
Um.
Is this like a thing?
Yeah, no, I don't. Yes,
Is what a thing?
Yeah, no, I just won't post it on fucking Instagram. That's fine. Just don't tag me.
Well, if you don't
Okay, yeah.
collab on the post, we're not going to get.
yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need the
We need the
views.
extra,
No, I'm
yeah.
kidding. No, I, even
Just condensing my life,
yeah.
life story into like fucking
Instagram
trending.
Just say the most traumatic experience ever, but
Yeah.
this is going to be a
So,
good clip.
yeah.
Yeah, think about the data.
Yeah.
that's gonna
think
flow
about the
through
hooks.
this.
But
Yeah.
at the beginning of the clip, we'll put my friend. You know.
Yeah, it's horrible.
That's rough.
No, yeah.
Have you ever told this on a pod?
Yeah, I think I mentioned it on Rob's.
Okay.
Rob
In all
Ryan's.
seriousness, you don't actually have to tell the
No,
story.
I-
'Cause it is the thing is, but the thing is, if you tell the story, we are going to want to make jokes about it, and I feel
that's
too bad
fine.
making
No, that's
jokes.
fine.
But it's really fucked
I
up.
prefer that. I tried to do a bit.
We
about it.
worked on this bit together, me and
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
and it is
yeah.
very funny.
Yeah.
Go on, tell it. 'Cause
Yeah, go on, tell the story.
Hey, we'll workshop the bit right here, right now. Hey,
Yeah,
let's do
great.
it. Yeah.
No, yeah. So it was basically like you know like the.
Not to be
I'm
that.
sorry.
No, wait.
You know what it is? I know we're gonna laugh about
Yeah.
it, but I have to be sincere when he tells the
course.
story.
This is
and
not-
it's hard for me.
What I'm going to say is not going to help, but for the clip.
Oh, fuck.
No, but
clips. It's all
can
just
you just
clips.
can you start the story by saying like when I was 18, my friend died in Ibiza or whatever it is?
Yeah.
By the way,
Ibiza.
it wasn't Ibiza. He
No.
wishes it was Ibiza.
It was somewhere like that.
That was
wasn't
Napa. It was
Oh,
Ayia
so- yeah,
Napa.
sorry, my
that's,
bad,
that's
right?
worse.
Yeah.
Ibiza's got a bit of class at
Yeah.
least.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like,
Okay,
fucking
go on
hell.
then.
Yeah. So when I was.
Don't do this.
I'm going to hell for that.
Ooh, you are.
No,
you are.
I think technically I might have been 19 because I'm
Okay.
early.
Whatever, so just
yeah.
say
So,
that-
yeah, so it's basically one of my best friends died when I was 18 on a lad's holiday. So like the holiday you do for normal people that went to university, right? I know it's difficult for you guys, but yeah, what they do is you do a lad's holiday between when you finish sixth form and you go to university.
Yeah.
And so we were going to go to Ayia Napa. And so we were out there, and it was on like the second night we were out there. So we had a great night the first night, and then the second night we went to like a beach party. It was called Candy Beach Party. Shout out to Candy Beach Party.
Oh, God.
Great
And,
promo for
Yeah,
them.
we should tag them actually.
Yeah,
that would be
they'll
good.
collab, yeah.
I'm sure they'd be happy to collaborate on that. But yeah, no, it was basically one of those beach parties where all they do is they give you like you go in, you got your ticket, and they just give you a cup. They just go, there's your cup, go, and you can have as much as you want. You just go up to the bar and they just and you like by the end of the night we were like, can I just have vodka? And they were like, yeah, I don't fucking care. And they were just like pour the whole thing. So we were obviously fucking 18, shit faced drunk, like beyond fucking blackout drunk.
Yeah.
And we all just did. I think there was 14 of us out there, and obviously you all split up and do your own thing and do whatever. And then so like we got back. The thing is, we got like when we got back to we went back to the hotel to like get some stuff and then come back out, and that was at like 3 a.m. And then we went back out till like 6 or 7. But like when we went back to the hotel. But like, I remember speaking to this guy, and he was like, "Wait, did you hear about at the beach party?" And I was like, "Nah." And he's like, "Someone fucking died at the beach party." And I was like, "Oh," I was like, "That's crazy." I was like, "Well, anyway, I'm gonna go out
Oh
fucking
my
drinking."
Oh,
And then yeah, like the next day, obviously, like, we're all just in the fucking hotel, just doing whatever, like, sitting around the pool. And because he was staying in the bed next to me. Like, he was in my room. It was like 2 or 3 of us, and he was in the bed next to me.
And is this, by the way, is this because you're in a group of 14? Is he like one of your best mates? Or this is like you're one of your best friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like, basically, because there were a few people that were like sort of, because it's like people sort of tag on and stuff.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was
mates,
thinking.
But it's
Yeah,
not like your best mate.
but you were.
Yeah,
close
this is
with
someone
him,
I'm spending every day with.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah, you slept next to him.
Yeah, exactly. And so like obviously he didn't come back, and we're all just like, obviously he's fucking, because he was like a bit of a fucking
Bit of a loose cannon.
Yeah. And he would always like, and he was like good with like talking to girls and stuff. So we're like, oh, he's obviously just gone back with some girl or something. And then like just the day just keeps going on, and we're like, oh, it's getting it's like 4 p.m. now. Like maybe.
This is the next day already.
The next day.
So,
yeah.
What are you not trying to bring her? You tried to call him?
That's the thing. So we're fucking 18. We're like, oh, fuck. We're just like, let him do his thing.
It'll be fine.
Like, it'll be fine. And then like 4 p.m. the next day, we're like, okay, maybe we should start calling like the fucking hospitals or whatever. And then like we called around the hospitals, and we didn't really get anything from them. And then obviously we're starting to get more and more worried throughout the day. And then it was like, must have been about 7 o'clock that day. Like a few hours later, we're all just like scatting out now. And the police came, like the Cypriot police came to the hotel, and they were like, they came to our room, and they were like, "Will you speak to you?" And they like took me downstairs, and they were like, I'm just stood up by the car with them, like they just got their little police car. It's like a beautiful sunny day. It's like so nice, and they were just like, yeah. So the boy who died at the beach party last night, there's like he was wearing orange swimming trunks with the black stripes on the side, and I was just there like, oh, that's like that's like what Terry was wearing, and they were just looking at me like,
oh my god,
and I was like, it took me so long to realize what was going on. I was just like, so what? I was like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, and then they just didn't say anything. They were just like, this is what this is, and I was just like, oh, okay, I see. Like, and then so obviously now I have this information that I have to then go and tell all of my fucking friends.
Oh my god.
And so I just went back and was like, I just relayed the information. I was like, the guy that died. Remember the guy that died last night? Like, that was Terry. It turns out.
Oh my god.
And obviously, then like everyone's just like, just fucking dumbstruck. Like,
oh my god, I can't even imagine.
At this point, are you just like in floods of tears, or has it just not hit you yet?
No, I didn't cry until the next day actually. But I remember I had like I went and sat by the bar just on my own for a little bit afterwards. And I remember like it was really weird. I'd never had that happen before, but I sat by the bar and I was just thinking about it somehow, and I was just thinking about it, and then everything just started spinning, and I was like,
oh fuck,
and my visions started going all blurry, and I was like, I was having like a fucking panic attack, but like I didn't really know
what it was,
kind of what that was.
And you were fat at this point.
And I was fat. No, I wasn't even fat. I wasn't even fat.
What was you shredded then?
No, I was in okay shape up until university. But I got fat
after.
I got fat because of this. That's why I got
Yeah.
fat.
That selfish bastard.
Yeah, I know. That fucker made me chubby. But it was.
The fucker made me chubby.
Yeah, but no, it was.
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy.
But it was. And then I was like. Having my panic attack, I was sitting with my little fucking mojito with the umbrella in it.
Oh my god.
Just some shit cheap alcohol from an apple with a little umbrella.
It's like 80% syrup. And
I got the guy behind the bar and he's like, you want some shots?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm good.
You want a fishbowl?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm okay, buddy.
It was so fucking jarring. Being surrounded by that energy.
Yeah.
Because obviously the
you walk down the street.
The resort doesn't stop because your
and
friend
Josh
died.
is like in fucking a state and he's crying. He goes in the bathroom. Hey, no Armani, no Punani.
That's what it was. It literally was that.
But this is what I said to you about this. I was like, I think Ayia Napa is the saddest place in
Yeah,
the world
it
to
is.
die.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
any of
Yeah, it
because that's
fully
a
is.
cheap party. That's like a shitty cheap
It's
party.
all-
Like
yeah, it's all
Magaluf,
just- yeah.
Malia, Ayia Napa, Kavos. Those are like horrible places. Like it's just
Yeah.
a shithole.
Zante?
Yeah, it's just,
All of that is terrible.
I never went
Well,
to
I
them.
think Zante is actually like a nice enough
Zante's
island.
yeah, it's like a
Right.
Greek island.
But those ones are like
Yeah, islands
gross.
are
Like they
horrible.
I've never
stink.
been
It's
to
not
one of them, but
nice.
I'm kind of curious
Oh
to
no,
go.
dude! You, by the way, you'd be a paedophile there.
yeah,
What?
yeah,
Everyone
so
there is
hard,
like
yeah.
20 and
you're,
and that's
really
you're
younger.
18. Yeah, you're 18. 18 to
If
20.
you're 25 there,
Yeah, you're a
you'll
nonce.
get funny looks.
Yeah,
in
you're
there.
a nonce.
You'll be a weirdo.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
all kids, all
Yeah.
young.
It literally
all
is
young
just like
kids.
all the kids go on holiday. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Wow.
If we walked in there, people would be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, what the
"Whose
fuck are you
uncles
doing?
came?"
Yeah.
here?
Wow.
Yeah, this is mad. Yeah.
Let's.
Me, I
I
could
feel like I
probably
need
still
to
get
see
away
that
with it.
for
Yeah,
myself.
look at you. Hey, you like them young, we know.
Yeah, I don't think
But
I'm
go
gonna
on.
That's why we got Josh on this.
Finish.
But also,
finish.
you haven't even told. I mean, I know, but you haven't even said what happened.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So like we obviously we didn't know what really had happened until way
God.
later on. But like the
This is sad, man.
the next day, obviously we're like, what the fuck's going on? Like we have to call his fucking parents and stuff.
Did you
like,
call his parents?
No, one of my other friends.
Okay.
called
Oh
his
my
parents,
God, I
because he was
can't.
closer with their families were close.
Oh my
I
God.
can't imagine. I
man.
cannot imagine how you make that phone call. That's
yeah, it's
awful.
tough. It's tough. But yeah, it was, and then it was funny. It's funny because I called back. My mum called me, and was like, she was like, "Are you?" She called me first. She was like, "Is this a joke?" And I was just there like, I was like, "That'd be a fucking insane
that's a
joke."
mad
Oh my
joke.
god.
Yeah. And
Got you, mum.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. I was just joking. I just got you. But no, yeah, it was, the police came around and they were like, they said to me, they were like, we need you to come and identify the body. And I was like, what? I was like, so what actually happened? And it turned out what had happened was he'd like left the beach party. And they have like these, because the beach party is obviously separate to the strip. It was like they have coaches that take you to and from the strip to the beach party.
Yeah.
And he walked out of the beach party, obviously just shit faced, and he like tripped over like a low wall or something. Like you know, it's like
Like a chain thing or something.
yeah, something like that. I don't really know specifically, but like he basically fell into the road. And he fell in between the front and back tire of a coach that was going past. So his head got run over by like the back wheel of the coach.
Right.
So yeah, like, and apparently it was fucking gruesome as well. Like people were like, apparently like there were loads of people around as well. So like people were
Well, his
like,
head must have like exploded.
exactly,
though.
yeah. It was like yeah, it fully was just like apparently it was like brains and all sorts.
Oh my god, man.
And like people were like throwing up and like people were like throwing their t-shirts over the body and stuff to like just hide the.
Oh my god.
And yeah, like
Just fucking Malia 20.
yeah,
fucking
it's just like
18
what a way to
t-shirts
go
with
out.
him.
Just there
Oh.
like it's like it's some people
Sweaty
right.
t-shirt with finger juice on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like-
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, like that's your
That's-
legacy.
yeah.
It's just like
Oh my God, Josh.
someone's written like, oh, I got fingered in Iron Apple on your t-shirt, and it's just like, get it over there.
I got figured out.
Yeah.
Where your head used to be.
It's like, yeah, it's just like I lost my head in Iron Apple. Just throw it.
Jesus
I lost my head. Oh my.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane.
I feel so bad. This is terrible.
This is the worst thing I've ever laughed at.
Yeah.
This is really awful. We might have to cut this. This
Yeah.
is really awful.
It's my story.
No, it is terrible, but
No,
continue,
please carry
Yeah.
on. But yeah, no,
Dude, this is fun.
I lost my head in fucking.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
That's your legacy. It's a crazy line.
Yeah.
Both of those
Yeah, yeah.
are crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The worst part was when
There was a worse part than getting his head crushed by a coach.
Yeah.
And covered in t-shirt.
yeah. No, so the worst part was like well, it wasn't really the worst part. It was just an insane thing to happen. It was like the police came and they were like, we need you to identify the body.
Why you though? Why did it keep
'Cause I
coming
was
to you?
just-
Leave me alone.
Yeah,
Get
I
someone
know.
else.
Were you his best friend?
There was like a group of us,
Right.
yeah. But like it was, we were very, very, very good.
But
friends.
why have they selected you? Because they pulled you out of the
'Cause I
room
was
to
in the
talk to
room
you.
with them.
Oh, it was just you
Yeah.
two in the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Fair.
They came, police came there. We need you to identify the body, and I was like, how am I going to identify? Didn't his head get run over? Like what? And they were like, no, it's okay. We have his eyebrow.
Oh my god.
They were like, we have this piece here of his face. I was like, how am I going to do it from an eyebrow? Like, how am I going to do that? Like,
Jesus Christ.
And
Yeah, that's him. I'd know that eyebrow anywhere. That's definitely him.
That's him. Yeah, for
He always
sure.
kept it well groomed.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was. And I was
Was
just
it?
like,
But did they actually show you an eyebrow? Surely.
no, I
okay.
said to them, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I was like, no, I'm not fucking doing that.
Eyebrow is crazy.
And they were like, and the police were kind of pissed off. They were like, oh, come on, man, we need to get this done. You know?
Oh, come on, don't make this difficult.
Yeah, so we had to
Fucking-
scoop him up and put him in a bucket and stuff. Like, no, I don't know. Like, they were like pissed off at me
my
that I
God.
wouldn't move the process forward.
Can I ask a question while you're telling this story?
Yeah.
Would your friend, how would he feel about this? Like, did he like to take the piss?
Yeah, of course, 100%. He was the fucking loosest out of all of us.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if he was looking down on us right now and he watched this conversation, would he be like?
That's the reason I got the tattoo. Is because like before he died, one of the things we said to each other was like, if either of us dies, we have to get a shit tattoo for the other one. And obviously,
Such an 18-year-old.
yeah. Obviously, you don't expect the fucking other person to actually die.
Of course.
So that's why I got the tattoo, because I was like,
What
right.
what have you got? I don't even know what the tattoo
It's
is.
like a T. It's a Foster's logo,
But with a T.
but with a T instead of
That's
an F.
hilarious.
And it says like established in 1996, because that's when he was born, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, and it's terrible. It's
It's
awful.
really bad.
It's
That is a bad
terrible.
tattoo, yeah.
And it's like,
It's like faded as well. Like,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
looks like a
it's-
50-year-old man's
Yeah,
tattoo.
yeah,
it's
you,
shit.
it
That he
does
got
look-
30 years ago.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah,
does,
it's
yeah.
awful. And like now, every time like it's because obviously anytime if I sleep with someone,
You have to explain.
Do you know what?
it.
Do you know what
They
you
go
should?
like, what's that funny? That's funny. And
Do you
I'm
know what
there
would've
like,
been-
Yeah, and I
you
have
know-
to
My
do
mate
that.
got ran over. Yeah.
Do you know what would have been a funnier tattoo? If you just got like the logo of the coach company. You know.
Oh god. Yeah, that would have been funny.
I'm not gonna lie, you know me, boys. I love Darks. This has
Yeah.
made me a bit sad,
I know,
man.
it's made me
Do you know
too.
what? I feel bad for him whenever he tells me the story.
Yeah.
I just feel bad because
Yeah.
you can see
He's
how
laughing through it.
fucked up he is.
Yeah. That's
how
like he is a ruined man.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
a weak, broken
Yeah,
man
yeah, yeah.
because of it. Like all of the anxiety shit.
It's all from that. Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Were you like a pretty straight kid before? Like, were you like not anxious?
pretty straight? Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not gay. You're
Yeah.
not gay.
Before
somehow.
your friend died, you got all gay about it.
I'm not gonna lie, you need to stop doing the hair strokes because you just got all gay about it and it looked very gay what you just did.
But no, it was. I was quite to be fair, I was quite an anxious kid, but like I think that was a trigger. Like the trauma was the trigger for it because that's also
That
when
is
I
a
started
crazy
getting, like,
thing to go through.
really
I can't.
into
Yeah,
drugs.
that's unbelievable.
Because I went on boys' holidays and we would get messed up and you'd end up in precarious situations.
Yeah,
But
you never expected that.
you never expect, and
expected that.
that feeling of like waking up and because I've had that thing where you wake up and you go, where's Thingy? He's not back.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck. And then you go,
yeah,
like, I'm not
that's
gonna lie,
scary.
it's 4 o'clock, boys. Like,
Yeah.
I've
and
had
then he
that.
finally answers his phone. You're like, for fuck's sake,
Yeah,
bro, pick up your fucking
always-
phone.
he walks in
Yeah.
the door. You're like, bro, where the fuck have you? I was
Yeah.
about to call the fucking Spanish police. Where have
Yeah,
you been?
yeah,
I've
and
been
it's all-
terrified.
and then it's all
And
gone.
then you all laugh and you go, oh
Yeah.
man, I think this fat bird. And you're
Yeah,
like, oh, great,
yeah.
tell me.
Yeah, that's what
Let
it
me
is.
smell them.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
And then, then you just carry on with your fucking life.
You never expect that.
You never expect it to be that.
Oh, that is so sad, man.
But that's the thing. I've always dealt with it with humor. Like
Yeah.
even when we were out there, like
Yeah.
I was the first one to make a fucking joke about it.
That first joke must have been rough, though, innit? Like you're just all sitting there in dead silence.
Yeah, the first one was rogue.
Do you remember it?
Yeah.
God.
The first what?
Joke.
First, yeah.
Like when you're in that dead silence and you're
Yeah.
all like mourning.
Yeah.
What it was like. So it was basically like because he was I had a photo of him as the background of my phone at the time. It was like I can't remember why, but basically it was a photo of him, and so back.
So this,
What?
he was your lover.
Yeah.
I was
That's my
gonna
boyfriend.
say,
That's my boyfriend.
yeah.
That's why it was so much harder for me.
That's why they came to you to identify.
Yeah, there's a whole other element.
If anyone
we
can-
have his arsehole.
Yeah.
They found your semen. And
Yeah.
We've got the guy.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
We've got the kid.
We plunged his anus.
That's insane.
We've
Yeah.
got his arsehole.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd recognise that fucking thing anyway.
Wait, hold up.
Damn.
Yeah, that's him. That's
Bit-
old
bit
Terry.
cold, but that's
that's a bit cold.
Fucking hell.
It's got a bit of gravel in it.
Jesus.
Oh, God, so what was the first joke that you cracked? Because that must have been
So
crazy.
yeah, he was the background of my phone, and I remember it because it was back when on the iPhone, whenever you'd open an app, it would like split the screen open like that. It would like separate it. And I was showing one of my mates something, and then I noticed, I was like, yeah, look at this, and I like tapped one of the apps that was right over his face, and it split his face over the screen.
Oh my
and I was like, look at that. I was like, last night, wasn't it?
Wait, this was when you were in Iron Happer?
Yes.
Fucking hell.
How long did you wait?
Yeah, it wasn't long. It wasn't long.
Oh my God.
It was too soon. It's too soon. Is what it was.
Definition of too soon.
Because it was a big groan, and then it was like, yeah, it's funny. But like, that's how I've literally always dealt with it like that. I couldn't imagine any other way to deal with it, because it was.
I'm in the same boat. I do like to do that as well, but I mean, fuck, man, that's so traumatic.
level.
Yeah,
But the bit is, we spoke about this. That as a bit, there's a lot there, like dying in Malia, super sad. Even the shit we just did with the t-shirts, all that stuff. Like what did he just say a minute ago? The
That's
really
your
good
legacy.
That's hilarious.
I lost my head
but
and I-
also the eyebrow thing. Like I know the eyebrow from anywhere. That's funny, but. It's just, it might be too sad. It might be too sad.
There is a point where it's like, because the thing is, there's no other way to introduce that joke other than to say, like, when I was 18, my best friend died.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, I've done it before. And every face in the audience is like, oh.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, no, it's fine because it's funny.
That's the kind of thing you have to say that at like an Edinburgh show.
Yeah. Also, I think
it's too dark for normal
if you
people, I
have
think.
an audience and they know what you're about, you can maybe do it a bit more. But like right now, when you're just doing an open mic night,
and
there
I'm gonna ruin everyone's evening.
There was a guy before you doing clown stuff. You get up, you're like, my mate's head got crushed by a coach.
Make sure to hit like and subscribe.
Yeah.
So,
Oh man,
little change of subject. So you're a software engineer. We can't stay on this.
Little change
Yeah,
of
but we
subject.
can't stay on this for the whole episode. It's
No,
it's too
of course.
depressing.
Yes, please.
So you're a nerd. So what made you want to do software engineering?
I don't. This is weird. A weird interview question.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
like
a weird
this.
interview
No,
question.
it was just like. So I did mechanical engineering at uni. That was I did a master's in mechanical engineering, and then after uni I did a ski season, and then after that I had like jobs and stuff lined up, and so I graduated in 2019, and then did my ski season up until March 2020. And that, I don't know if you remember, there was this whole thing in like March 2020.
Oh, I heard about that. It was
Yeah.
some sort of government thing. or
Yeah, it
something.
was like, I can't remember. It was like something fluey. It was like a bird flu.
it was
or
a bad
something.
flu.
it was a
Yeah, there
it was a
yeah.
hoax.
Yeah. There was a big hoax.
Yeah.
There was a big hoax that happened.
Can I just stop? I'll see it right. Okay, just don't ever ask a question like that again.
Yeah, that was
because that
horrible.
was boring as
Yeah, that
fuck.
was
I'm
horrible.
sorry.
Well, I know it was boring, but
That
I didn't know what else to
murdered
say.
me.
I know.
I
but-
was trying to be polite and be like, oh yeah, let's hear what he's got to say. And
Yeah,
then he
I know,
said-
it was
and then he
fucking
said
boring,
ski
and I-
season,
yeah, I know,
and I
and I
nearly
regretted
punched
it.
him in his neck.
I regretted
That was
it.
horrible.
I regretted asking it as soon as I asked it, but I didn't want us to.
I'm gonna change the pace because
Please do.
Daddy's gonna steer the ship.
Okay.
How about this? Because I've got a great topic, and I've just noticed something because I'm on the ball,
Okay.
and I'm a fucking vigilant guy.
Okay.
Please.
Bigging it up.
Autism.
Yeah.
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 Look at his right foot.
Oh, it's a left sock.
Left sock on the right foot. Come on.
It's two lefts as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look
wow.
at how's that for a spot? How's
That's
that for a
crazy.
spot? Is that making your spine tingle a little bit right
It
now?
hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
But at least
'Cause
they're
also-
matching.
Yeah, but you've
No,
got
but that
two
is
left socks.
you literally got two
Yeah.
left feet right
Two
now.
left
Yeah, you do actually. Yeah.
Wow.
Is that? But does that bug? Because I saw that 5 minutes ago and I was like, that's gonna kill Ollie.
Yeah, that does bug me.
Yeah.
Also, it bugs me. Like, what's this little indent here?
That's my toe.
Yeah, but what the fuck is that crevice there?
That's just my foot.
what the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
Is that your little toe?
Feel that?
there?
Put your foot.
Oh my god,
What's
your
with
little.
that?
That's
little toe-
weird.
My feet are gross, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. But what is?
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't.
They are just.
Oh, they are busted.
Yeah, they're gross.
Get them in the
Look at that.
They are fucked.
I can't lie. You need to put your sock back on, bro.
Yeah,
I
they're
can't
Oh,
lie.
dude.
They're like goblin feet.
They are.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're not like George level, but they're bad.
Have they been run over by a coach?
Yeah, that's just my toe. That's where my toe
Oh
goes.
man, your
That's
feet are
crazy.
fucked, brother.
Yeah, they are
Yeah.
fucked up.
Those are fucked, man.
Yeah, you're gross.
Jesus.
No, I'm disgusting.
You've got
Also, your big toe shape is weird. It's like
Yeah,
it's got like a penis-shaped head. on
You
it.
look- yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
wonky and shit.
Yeah.
Let's put this back on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll hold the mic.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
Jeez, they are bad. They're
Yeah,
bad.
they're gross.
That's bad news right there.
They don't smell like George's though. They're
That's
fine.
true.
What are your? You got some good little tootsies on you.
They're all right.
Yeah, I can imagine you having some pretty little feet.
They're all right. I got some
Yeah.
all right feet.
I can
Do either
imagine.
of you do the feet thing?
No.
No? You look like you love feet. I don't know why that
No,
is.
no.
What do you mean do the feet thing?
You know, like suck on the toes and stuff.
Oh, I've sucked toes. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I've like bitten a heel. If I got legs on shoulders, I just.
Oh,
yeah.
Bit-
no,
heel?
I'll suck toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean legs on shoulders?
Like if I've got a bird's legs on my shoulders.
Oh, you bit her heel. That's,
Yeah,
mate,
I
that's
get-
like
I get that.
that's like
Yeah.
pure animalistic fucking rage. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. I feel like we're about to do something there.
Look at the moustache.
Yeah,
Tell me you haven't
yeah.
seen that on a mugshot.
Don't look.
To bite someone's heel is crazy.
And you just need a nip.
Wait, so you're
Yeah.
what? You've never sucked toes?
I might have like if a leg on shoulder, I might have put a toe in my mouth, but I've never been like. I've never like fully gone in.
Yeah.
You fully go in.
Yeah, but not all the time.
You do it in the
Oh,
bar.
you,
do it in the
do you
bar.
do you ever like get your tongue and like go around the big toe like that?
No.
Yeah, you
no,
do.
No, I don't. I'm
Okay.
being honest about what
But
I do.
Are you? Well, so when you say you've sucked toes,
Yeah.
is it like a thing though, or have you
It's
like
not
you've
like a-
done it once or something?
I've done it like a handful of times. It's not like a thing, but it's like you said. If you're fucking and your legs are on your shoulders and your feet are there, you're like,
Yeah.
fuck it, you know? Yeah, bro.
You've never done that.
No, I've done it. in
You,
the,
I imagine you fuck like Will from In Between Us. You know when he just have you seen that?
No,
When he-
with the straight
legs.
Yeah, he pushes off the toe. I can't imagine you.
Yeah,
being
you're
like
like, fucking good
Yeah, I
time,
can't
yeah.
imagine you being
No,
like, you
I'm
dirty
not,
little fucking
no,
bitch.
I'm not aggressive. I'm very tentative. That's
Ah.
why. I like to.
Stroke the hair.
Yeah, I'm very like touchy feely.
Yeah, make sure they're asleep. Yeah,
Yeah.
Shh, shh, shh,
Yeah.
shh.
No, I like to. What my move is that my big move.
Yeah.
No, my thing is I just eat them out until they're like done, and then I'm like now I can.
I do
my
that.
move.
That's my move
as well.
too.
It's called an insurance policy.
Yeah, that's exactly what
what
it's
it is.
called.
It's like
yeah.
I'm gonna come in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
You make them come multiple times
Yeah,
with
yes.
pussy, and then if you make them come with your dick, it's a bonus.
Exactly, bro. I thought I was the only one,
Oh,
but I've
come on,
heard so many guys
Come on.
say that.
Oh, yeah.
I'll eat the pussy and finger for time,
Yeah.
and I'll be the fucking,
Yeah.
and then afterwards, and then afterwards you're like fucking, they're like, then you fuck, but it's like it's whatever.
Yeah.
There's no pressure at that
There's
point.
no
that's,
pressure.
that is
No
it.
pressure.
You feel.
And afterwards, however average it was,
Yeah.
they're like,
That was
"This is fucking
amazing, yeah.
incredible."
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
you made me. Yeah, you made me.
Yeah, you're like, thank you.
Yeah.
You're bi, aren't you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not bi.
I swear you've said you're bi.
I'm not bi.
You
no.
definitely have said you're bi.
When did I say I was bi?
when we
Are
were
you trying to
first all
out him
hanging
on the
out.
internet?
Yeah,
right
it's
now?
No,
That's
oh
right.
wait, okay, this is like an out
Ollie?
thing. We'll cut it out if it's an out.
No, it's not. I'm not bi.
You definitely
I've
said
snogged
once.
blokes, but I'm not bi.
You've snogged bloke.
And there we
Yeah.
go.
Have you ever sucked a guy off?
No.
Hey.
no.
You
you
hesitated
did
there, right?
hesitate there, Josh.
You hesitated.
Tell me the truth.
No,
Tell me the truth.
no.
Go on, be honest, be honest. We're
No,
friends here.
Hey.
Us and
never.
the camera.
Yeah.
Right.
We've only got like 90 subscribers. Don't worry about it. Come on.
No, I genuinely haven't. I haven't.
Why did you think? I didn't think he was bi.
Because
Why
he
did you think
definitely
was bi?
said early on when we were all hanging out. And
Well, is he fucking with you? Is he
Probably
joking?
just joking.
maybe, but you said it in a way where you were like, you weren't really in the group at that point, and you were kind of just like, you were like, I'm bi.
I like dudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, maybe I was just doing it for attention.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. I was like, but guys, you have to notice me.
Yeah.
I need to get in.
Yeah.
What would make me interested?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
bi.
Yeah.
You got in.
Alright.
You got in like a ninja.
Yeah.
You got into the group like a ninja.
Yeah.
It was like one day you were just like one of the other open micers, and then eventually you just were kind of there a bit more.
I
and then
said
suddenly-
this to him the other day when I met him once and I was like, who's this little fucking prick?
Yeah,
Like he was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, what do you think about this bit? I was like, fuck off, Junior.
like, yeah,
and then
yeah.
I saw him 2 weeks later
Yeah.
and he murdered at a gong show and I bombed and I was like,
Yeah.
that happened so quick. How did he do it?
You've had a really, really quick rise.
He
from-
got better quicker than anyone I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He got so good so quickly.
You've been going how long now? Like 10 months?
Yeah, 11 months.
Yeah.
Dude, we saw him at Backstreet and he was like, I
Shit.
look like Tuesday.
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
gave him that
yeah.
line.
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
was still shit.
I remember that night when he was like, I want to say, and we gave him like 5 variants.
Yeah.
It was like, I look like paper.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
look like the standard video game. Kind
Yeah.
Of.
Yeah,
And,
I look
and I
like
remember
a
we were at the
easy
back and he
draw.
just went on, just bombed all
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking, oh, this guy is not good. But obviously
Yeah.
he's new, but whatever, he's just not, he ain't got it yet. And then I literally saw him 2 months later and he murdered. And I was like, What have you done? How have you done this?
I just did it a lot. That's all
Yeah.
it is. It's just like
You found your groove quick. You found your shit really quickly.
I think it's because it's doing the fucking gong shows is what makes you better. If you do the gong shows and you
Gig a lot.
and you don't, and the thing is, like, I see a lot of people they do the gong shows and they don't take any of the feedback on board. It's like if people are fucking gonging you off after 3.5 minutes midway through a joke, it's like you need to realize that joke needs to change. But I see people go out and they just try the same joke again.
Yeah.
It's like you're not learning anything from it.
Yeah.
Like the first gong show I didn't. It was the blackout, and I got like I had a good joke that started, and that did really well. And then I had a second joke which I thought was good, but then I did it and it just fucking died. But I'd done it loads of times at other gigs and it had done really well. And then I did it there, and it didn't like they didn't boo or anything, but it was just like it just
You lost the momentum.
Yeah, I lost the momentum, and then I was like, all right, okay, and then I just changed that bit, and it made it way better. But like, there's so many people that go up there, and they just don't change their fucking act, and they're just like, they just didn't like me. It's like, no, your joke is shit. That's why. Like,
Yeah.
It's just I feel like it's that sort of. I really don't like feeling bad as well. So like whenever I get a negative response, I'm like I cannot have that happen again.
You're like meticulous about fixing it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like I'll make sure that it's fixed for next time.
Yeah.
And that's what. It's just like it's just fear. It's
Yeah.
fear. That's what it is. It's fear driven.
This is the saddest motivational quote.
You just need to be scared all the time.
How did you become a master of your craft? I was terrified.
I'm so scared right now.
Do you have a plan to like make it in comedy?
Not really. I just fucking keep doing it. Just keep doing it, and then it's kind of just it
Works
happens. Doesn't it?
itself
I mean,
out,
it happens that you just get slowly more people find out about you.
But that's the bit I don't get, because I've spoken to people before where I'm like, and you see some people where like they're sick and they've been in the game for like, I don't know, 10 years or whatever, and they're doing like the biggest clubs and stuff. But because they don't make any sort of content, no one knows who they are, or they don't promote themselves at all. And then there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm saying as in like, I'm always curious how those people get to a point where they can make a living off it if they're not actively trying to get people to know who they are.
But if you're doing multiple club spots a week,
Yeah.
like multiple,
Yeah.
then you can make a comfortable living off it, like a normal living.
Yeah, for sure.
You can make 35, 40 grand or something off
I
that.
don't know about that, mate.
If you're doing multiple spots, how much the top secret pay for a spot?
I think they pay like 125.
So if you do
210s.
5 spots there a week, or 4 spots there a week.
Yeah, but I don't think you'd be consistently getting.
It's not
four
that.
spots
It's the
every
ones that are outside of London. That's
Yeah,
where you
yeah,
make the
yeah,
money.
yeah.
Because you see, like,
But club comics make money. They live off it.
I spoke to a guy on the road once who was like, he'd been going like 30 years, and he was like, and I've heard this from a few, because I've done the road a fair bit, and I've heard from like older like road dogs where they're like, the money's just not what it was on the road.
But what-
And like they said like, you know, back in the day, it used to be that like you'd make like a great living out of it. But now it's like, he's like, a bunch of them have just gone part-time now. Like old guys who've been in the game for like 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
They're also doing something on the side now, because they might make 15, 20 grand
Well, I
a year
assume
off
they're
comedy.
not doing all the social media stuff.
No,
Right?
they're not.
So then that's probably what it is.
But what
Yeah.
about someone like, obviously, like Andrew Mensah and Gabemi have got following, so they do
Yeah,
tours and that. But
fucking
what about
so
like,
funny.
who's the other guy that does Top Secret a lot? The Bayesian comic.
Oh, Nico.
Yeah, is he got a big following?
He runs a couple of the nights there, I think.
Yeah, but see, something like that, though, he must be making good money off doing some shit like that.
Yeah, of
no?
course. But he's someone, he like runs shows there.
Yeah.
Whereas like in general, to make 30, 40 grand a year off club gigs, I think is kind of hard.
Well, that's the.
Well, how much is 30 grand a year?
2.5 month.
So what's that? So what is that a week then? £700?
£700, yeah.
That's not crazy, no. It's like 5 spots a week. 5 spots a week, £600.
Yeah, but you got to do that every
Every
week.
week.
Yeah, but then you might have a week where you do some road stuff and get a bit of
Yeah.
extra money.
Yeah,
or
but also
whatever.
but then road stuff doesn't pay very well.
Yeah, but
road
it
stuff,
can do. If you get if you hot water pay £120 for a spot, so if you go and do a spot there or something.
Yeah, but exactly. You go and do a spot there for £120.
Yeah.
Plus you're driving.
Plus you're driving.
You could go do a weekend now or something. I don't know. There's obviously,
But my point-
people do make money.
No, but I'm saying the people don't, I don't think people make money from just doing the road. Because like, again, play that out logistically. You might go do hot water, you might get 120. Okay, cool. Maybe they put you on 2 shows that day.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's just under, call it 250.
Yeah.
Okay. And then maybe you do a spot in Manchester the next day if you
Yeah.
booked for that. Okay, that's another 150 or whatever maybe. Okay, so you made maybe 300-400 quid. And then what?
What do you
Win
mean?
in a month. If you do that in a week, that's 1,600 quid for the month.
I don't like it when you break down numbers like
But
this.
this-
It
no,
makes me
No,
feel,
but yeah,
makes
but
me feel like I'm in a meeting. It's
but
horrible.
but that's on the basis that that's all they're getting though. Like, what if you come back to London and then Monday to Friday you have 4 or 5 spots over the week?
But you're not getting paid for like Monday to Friday for club spots. I don't think you're getting paid on like a Monday for a
Yeah.
club.
You must be getting paid something.
No, they don't pay it.
What,
Like,
top secret Monday? You don't get paid nothing.
I don't think they do because
Really?
because they only charge like £1 for
Yeah.
the tickets, don't they?
Did they not say they didn't pay you
I don't think
nothing?
so. I don't know, but I don't think so.
Yeah, but obviously the goal is to get a following and to do the
Yeah,
tours
That-
like
no, but
Josh
that-
James and that.
But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. If you're not on social media and you're not either, I don't know, doing a podcast, doing sketches or whatever it is, putting out your clips, whatever. If you're not building a following, that's what I'm saying. I don't see how people can make a full-time living off stand-up if you're not doing
Yeah.
that.
You just, yeah.
I had that. It was such a like what you're thinking now. I had that exact thing where it was like a few months ago, and I was doing a road gig, and I remember I was like, oh, sick. It was one of my first paid gigs, and I was like, this is sick. Like I'm getting paid, and even though it's not much money, it covers my petrol. But I'm like, I'm starting to get paid for stand-up, and I was so gassed. And then I was like running the numbers, and I spoke to one of the older guys, and I was like, he was closing the show, and I was like, can I ask, mate, how much are you getting for this spot? And he was like 200, and I
That's
was
pretty
like,
standard.
yeah. And I was like, okay. But he was like the closer of like a road gig. And I was like, huh. And I was like, so how, can I just ask, how do you make a full-time living on this? He's like, you don't.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, it's not what it was. He's like, now it used to be like if you're doing the road, you might make 30 grand in a year. There was a club called Jonglers that had like a bunch of different venues and stuff. And I've heard older comics be like, you could do 4 or 5 of those. But he's like, now it's like, you know, you might make 15, 20 grand in a year.
Yeah.
And so you have to do something else.
Yeah, but again, that's the old guard, though, isn't it? It's
That's
just
the old, no,
different
but that's
now,
the
yeah.
old guard. But whether they're the old guard or not, that's just the road. Even
Was
if you
he-
take
was
those
he-
people
was he
out,
good though or not?
he was great.
Yeah,
Killed.
but that's what I'm saying. That is the old guard. The new thing is get a follower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to.
100%. But that's what I'm saying. When I look at comics who don't do that,
Yeah.
I don't understand
Yeah,
how
but when
they're
you
going to make a career out of it.
but who you refer? Because like.
Well, no one. I mean, Josh doesn't make.
Yeah,
content.
but he's
not in a shade way.
No,
as in,
no,
like,
but he's still also growing now. Like,
Yeah,
but with, I also get his thing of like, look,
you want to get good before you're
if,
seen.
if, if he carries
exactly.
on in this trajectory, he's a year in. He's not
Yeah.
even a year. If he carries on this trajectory, 5 years from now, he's a regular at all the best clubs in
Yeah.
London. He starts putting out some content,
Yeah,
and then
I
by
feel
that
like
point,
it's-
you're
yeah.
a fully established comic.
Oh, for
and you're
sure.
ready, and you're ready to rock and roll.
For sure. I just
there's
meant-
no rush, you know.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. What I meant was if he wasn't going to do that.
Yeah,
As in,
yeah,
if
yeah.
he kept doing that and on the trajectory, got in all the clubs, but he wasn't putting out content.
Yeah.
How I'm saying, if you're not putting out content, I don't see how you can make a living.
Thing
Yeah,
is,
that's
it's all
fair,
it's
yeah.
all irrelevant because like I'm gonna kill myself in like a year anyway. So
That's fair.
it makes no difference. Like,
I
the whole
thought-
trajectory just goes whoop, right there in a year's time, just straight down.
Do you actually think there might be a risk of that?
Yeah, for sure.
What, have you
really
killing
think so?
yourself?
Yeah, but like not because of like I'm not like planning anything.
Right.
I'm just saying like there's always you
Why not?
because
We can help you.
Well, because when you're mentally ill, the thing is, it's like that's always like something could happen.
I listen. You were preaching to the choir here,
Yeah,
brother.
exactly,
Trust me.
exactly. It's like
Amen.
I'm teetering on that line. Do you know what
Yeah.
you should do? You should have a kid. Because since I found out I'm having a
Yeah.
kid, most of my suicidal thoughts have gone. Because I'm like,
I need to step
now
up
I can't do it. Yeah.
I had that this week where like I've been really depressed over the last week. Like it's been better over the last day or two, but for the
I'd
last
ask
like,
why, but you know,
Don't care.
Right.
Oh, okay.
obviously, how can you not be
Yeah.
depressed?
yeah. But like for the last like
Yeah, you haven't taken that beanie off in 8 days. I'd be depressed too.
That beanie stinks as well. Jesus
Can we smell
Christ.
it? Can we
No, I'm
smell
not
it?
smelling that.
It doesn't
shit.
smell.
Josh, smell
I bet
it.
It doesn't smell.
stinks
It doesn't
so
stink.
bad. Let me smell it.
Oh, he doesn't use shampoo either, by the way.
no, it's fine. Yeah, but my hair's clean.
Your hair does
There's
always
nothing
look
there.
clean.
There's no smell.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
There's a hint of smoke in there.
Yeah,
But
it's a
other
bit
than that, fine.
smoky.
Yeah. So
There's a hint of cum in there, but other than
yeah.
that, it's great. Yeah.
I'm
That
gonna
was-
get
that
a
was-
rash.
yeah.
On my nose,
a
man.
present from Ashley.
So yeah, there was a female comic that we were on with last night, and yeah, it was the booker. The booker was like, we were talking outside, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I think that's this girl that I saw this clip of," and it was like cringe content or whatever for comedians, and he went up to her and was like, "Weren't you the person that did that clip?" And she was like, yeah. It's like, that's me. It's like, that's how everyone fucking recognizes me now. And I looked up all of her stuff, and I felt fucking bad for her, man. Like, I felt genuinely really bad for her because, like,
I feel bad for our audiences. Okay. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry.
No, because she's
I'm
so
sorry.
nice. She's genuinely, she's
the
so nice.
loveliest
She is.
person.
And she was so positive throughout all of it.
She's
as
so
well.
lovely.
She's great.
But
She
like,
is.
I looked at the clip of the joke, and I was like, this, I can see why people got. But it's thing is, it's like the joke. It's not like she's hurting anyone with the joke, you know. It's just a shit joke. Like, it's just her being like there was a guy that like basically like critically reviewed her shit, and the guy that was reviewing it was the least funny bloke I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
But that-
and and he's watching this video and he's like, well, because of these books that I've read about comedy. And it's like, you're clearly not a fucking comedian.
Yeah,
and he's like, you shouldn't do this. It's like, you shouldn't say at this point. It's like, you should be selling it. And I was like, you're a fucking loser, bro.
Yeah.
How is that
That's a
your...
very
Well,
losery
to be fair though, Ollie goes on these deep dives where you watch videos where it'll be like half an hour on why Joe Rogan's a fucking hack. You send me videos and it's like, he's like, dude, you gotta watch this video. It's unbelievable. It changed my life. And it'll be a guy in his mum's basement for 30 minutes going, he's fucking terrible. He's a piece of shit. And I'm like, fuck.
No, but good. I've seen like good video.
You like the
essays.
breakdown stuff,
I like the
yeah.
breakdowns, but when it's done well. Like,
Yeah.
Some of these video essays, they're really well produced. They make really great points, and
Yeah.
then they illustrate it with like footage that points out what they're talking about. Like that's actually really good.
Yeah.
Some guy being like, well, actually, everyone knows in comedy with the rule of three, you should.
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
fuck that, you know.
It's
But-
bollocks.
Yeah.
We do have to be prepared for that as well. Like, if we do get to a certain level of notoriety, there are going to be people doing videos about us being like, Josh should have killed himself.
We're already
years
getting
ago."
hack comments. And
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what kind of comments do you get, by the way? Because you said you get negative.
We get loads of negative comments. We get. I was watching
I
some
can
today.
kind of see why for him, not for you. For
Thanks,
him.
man.
Because like, if I
Yeah,
saw him on a
say-
podcast,
yeah,
I'd
say
be
that.
like, this fucking loser. I was like,
People do comment that like this fucking guy in the beanie, like the long hair, fucking.
yeah,
You know.
because you're inherently unlikable.
Yeah,
That's what
yes.
it is.
fucking gay.
I really
yeah.
am inherently unlikable.
Yeah.
And
You're
it-
not.
it-
No,
You're
he is.
not.
I am.
The
He's
first time I
not.
met him, I was
He's
like,
not.
this fucking guy.
Really?
Yeah, I was looking
What did you
like-
think about me when you met? I feel like I'm kind of unlikable.
No, you're not. You're not.
Am I likable?
Yeah, you're like.
I'll fuck you right here. Get those jeans
No,
off.
the first time I met Ollie, I don't know what, I just got this feeling. I was like, this guy's gonna try and fuck my girlfriend or something. I don't know. Like,
I didn't get
He's gonna
that.
do something bad to me.
I
Like,
never got that
Wow.
from you. I
Yeah.
never.
That's really hurtful.
Do you know what? I genuinely never felt that. I never felt that about
But I
you.
do feel that. I get a thing where I don't understand it why, but
It's just because you're tall and intimidating. That's all it is.
yeah, but I don't. I try so hard to be like likable and
Yeah,
like.
but yours comes off a bit smug sometimes. As well. A
Yeah.
bit
yeah,
condescending.
but my smug thing is like. I do the smug thing jokingly with my friends.
Yeah.
I'm not smug to people I don't know. I'm really like, hey, yeah, great, man. Like
Yeah.
I try to be really positive.
But,
No, I did.
see, sometimes I know you do that because you're autistic and you're like
Yeah.
trying to hide the fact
Yeah.
that you can't look people in the eye. But that sometimes comes across as condescending maybe as well because you're like overly like, hey man, no, really good to meet you. They might be
Yeah.
like, this guy, what you?
No,
think,
yeah.
you know?
But then I can't be myself.
I am
No,
just.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Because
You-
then they say something, I'm like, that's not what you.
you just
don't
have to
say it
accept
that
your
way.
fate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's horrible just being unlike.
I know. No, but you're not.
No, I am just joking. I am just joking. Like the first time I even spoke to Ollie, I watched him at Backstreet, and I was like, and he did a joke about you know, the CNC joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that, and I came up to him afterwards and was like, mate, that was a good. Because it made me laugh. Like
Yeah.
obviously you watch all the fucking open mics, it doesn't make you laugh.
Yeah.
I watched that, it made me laugh, and I was like, that made me laugh. The fact that you were able to say and it wasn't like it
Yeah.
didn't make people go ooh like that. I was like, that's good. And he was like, then he did this. I was like, oh thanks man, I'm just. Yeah.
That was a good Ollie
Yeah.
impression.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. No, I really appreciate it.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay, all right.
I just don't know how to be a
yeah.
person.
No, but it was
No,
fine. I never.
but
I never thought ill of you at all. man.
Yeah, no, I know.
Apart from that, the more
He
it's
saw,
actually
he
it's the
saw how
opposite.
much that bothered you. He's like, no, I actually always thought you were a great guy. I always loved you. I loved you from the minute I met you.
Yeah, I feel bad now.
But even the comments, like some of the comments about me will just
No,
be
but
like,
it's because
this fucking gut. And I'm like, I'm just,
No, but do you know what it is? Do you know what it is as well? There is a thing with you where you sound more middle class than you are.
Yeah.
And when you talk about when you say
Except when he's
certain,
around black people, when he starts ending every sentence with "in it."
yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, so when you, because obviously you have a certain lingo from where you grew up, which is like working class, but you sound more middle class. And I'm not gonna lie, there is nothing more like
annoying than a
that's
middle class.
easy to hate than a middle class guy who's like, bro, I need to make more bread.
Yeah.
That is infuriating.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, mate, she was a painting.
yeah.
bloody painting.
Well, that was
Yeah, she was a
on one
bloody
of our
painting.
clips. We were talking about selling drugs, and he was like, "Bro, if I'm at home with my Marge and I need more bread," and every comment was like, "At home with my Marge, dickhead, piece of shit."
Yeah. I got slated.
But
I do think. I think when I cut the hair and lose the beanie and I've just got like a little skin fade, like a standard little thing, I reckon that will actually ease up a lot of it.
Yeah, that
'Cause I think
that look is inherently like people.
they think I'm like a yoga
Yeah,
cunt.
they assume.
Yeah, when I first met you, I thought you were gonna like
Slacker, you said.
say preach, or like I thought you were gonna like bow to me or some shit. I thought it was gonna be some weird shit.
Yeah.
So I think that and that's one of the other reasons why I do want to cut my hair, just because it, not to get too technical, but like with stand up in general, you want to be as kind of vague as possible as a person.
Yeah.
If you're too much of a thing, people have associations. You don't want them to have any associations.
Yeah, it's like
about
me.
you.
I'm just a blank.
You are a very
slate.
blank.
You're a
grey.
blank A4
You are the
piece of
definition
paper,
of a
yeah.
blank
Yeah,
person.
I could go out there and I could say absolutely like they. I feel like when I go up, they just like I have no idea what his angle is gonna be.
Yeah, and I like that, and I think it works if that's your intent. Like someone like George. George looks. He
know.
looks creepy and weird and disgusting.
And he goes up and goes, "I'm creepy,"
and then he proceeds to be creepy, weird, and disgusting. So that works. But in general, it's like,
oh mate, he was
like
so
the other
funny
night.
last night.
He was so funny last night. The other night, I was doing a spot, and George and a few of you, I think you were there as well, and it was a hard set, like a really rough set. And they just didn't like me. And I was trying my best, and it just wasn't working, and whatever.
Was that where you did the gringo?
Yeah, and it just
they didn't laugh.
My regular
They did
shit,
not laugh
like none of my
because of
regular
that.
shit was working. Anyway, after the gig, George was having a outside, and he came inside, and he was like, "I've just heard something," and I was like, "Well," and he goes, "I feel bad." I shouldn't say it." And I was like, "What is it?" And he goes, "There were some geezers outside that were like punters that were like in the show," and then George was like, he said, "I was just having a cigarette. They didn't know I was like with you or anything," and then they were just, I overheard them be like, "Yeah, that fucking guy, man. I just as soon as he got on stage, I just didn't like him." Like he came on stage with his long hair, and I was like, "Who is this? Like a beta Russell Brand or something?" And I was like, "Oh fuck." And I reckon,
It's that kind yeah, it's
I
the
reckon-
Russell Brand. That's what it is.
I reckon,
Crystalia.
I'm really curious to see how not having the hair.
That's right.
Exactly.
He's a rapist.
What's
on
the common
stage.
denominator?
And I
on it?
reckon-
And then he's there
Yeah.
going on stage like, "Oh, this girl." You're like, "Oh, okay, now it all adds up. Like, I'm vindicated."
Yeah. But so I reckon when I lose the hair, I reckon like it actually might make my life easier.
Probably help.
I don't know. I still think there's something about the face, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. You know?
It's not the face, it's the
that
person.
like-
It's the personality. It's the personality.
Which is tough to shed.
You're
notoriously
do you know what it is,
tough to
Ross?
shed.
Because I built it up so long. I don't know so many years.
You're well spoken, but you're also kind of like cool, and that's a bit annoying.
Yeah.
Like when someone's well spoken,
Slick.
you want him to be a bit of a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
He's just a bit of a.
You're like, he's a nerd. He's a nerd.
He's a greaser.
Yeah.
He's a greasy little slimy
Yeah.
weasel man. That's what
Okay.
he is. He's a bastard.
Okay,
He's a-
I hate him. I never liked him.
I do think there's an element of that where it's like
Well spoken and cool doesn't go, man.
well spoken and cool, like nice hair, little bit charming, whatever. It's like
All right,
that
fucking yeah, big cock,
6'2", big cock. It's like that. That makes you more unlikable.
You're
you
taller
know?
than 6'2", aren't you?
No, I'm 6'2".
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
I know. How do you think I feel? No, but because he's a nerd, but he speaks like a from Kent.
Yeah.
So that he's
gets a
fine.
pass.
Yeah, he gets it. I'm dumb, but I can articulate myself
Yeah.
fairly well. So I've kind of I've got a bit of. You speak well, but you're also like. Yeah, I was fingering it, and it's like, what you think you got it all, you piece of shit,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
That's the thing. I do have.
So you
most
can't
of
have it
But
both.
I don't have it all, but I have
you
most
should
of it.
talk more about the fact that you should
You
talk.
know?
Yeah,
I have most of it.
But that's what I'm saying. You should talk if you want to be likable. You should talk more about the fact how you have no money, you still live with your mum.
Yeah.
You know, just you got any other things to.
But the thing is,
there can't be only two.
But I'm fine to talk about those two things.
Yeah, but you should talk about them more.
And what else is there?
What else is bad about you?
Kind of yellow teeth.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, I smoke.
Face
yeah,
a little bit
smoke.
weathered.
Yeah.
Cheat on all
Face
your
actually
girlfriends.
pretty good. Don't cheat on my girlfriend. He loves. That's another thing. I say, no, this is another thing that Josh does. Dude, Josh, this is insane, bro. Josh will do this thing. He does it all the time. Me and Josh will be on a lineup together, and Josh will fucking either before or after my set. It's worse when it's before. After my set, it's like whatever. But he'll sometimes do it before I go on stage. If Josh is hosting and I'm doing a spot, he'll bring me on and be like, all right, this next guy, you're going to love him. He might either do my opening line, which is fucked, or he'll be like, this next guy, you love him. He cheats on all his girlfriends. He cheats on all his girlfriends. And I've never cheated on I don't cheat on my girlfriends. But he says that, and then I go on stage, and then they look at me, and I look a bit fuckboyish, and I got a long hair. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? And then the girls immediately just go, oh, fuck this guy. And then the guys go, what a prick. And then
so good.
he just fucks me.
It's so good. It's so good.
I
see him in the back, and he's like, oh.
That's probably the worst thing you could say to Bridget on stage.
I was like, this guy, he's cheated on every girlfriend that he's ever been with. Ollie Rayner, everyone. And it's just like, he comes up, and he's like, yep, thank you for that. Thank you.
That's the other problem. The guy that some people might think that I am is not the guy that I am. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but I set that up.
That's the thing. Josh sets it up, but
nice.
My friends know I'm not like a fuckboy anymore, you know, and I don't cheat on my girlfriends, you know.
You see, you heard what he threw it
anymore. Yeah, I know.
No, but that would be lying.
No,
but that would be lying if I said I wasn't one at some point.
It's very cool, man. But yeah,
No, I'm not saying it's cool.
That's what it was. That's what I was going to say. Adam Cleveland.
Yeah.
He said that's what it was.
I know. I think I know what you're going to say.
It's because he was like, the first time I met Ollie, I was like, this guy's a dickhead, and I was like, why? And he was like, Ollie was talking about everyone's got like their vices.
Yeah.
And he was there like he was like, George, you got cocaine, me, pussy. And it's just like, oh, fuck you, bro.
That does make me sick.
Just been throwing that to me, it's my thing, it's my vice.
That's the equivalent of being like, everyone's got their vices, he likes fucking weed, I like making loads of money, That's the same thing, man. That's the same thing.
It's the fact that he was like dead serious.
You made your vice bragging somehow. Yeah. Everyone, what's your vice? Oh, heroin. I lost my family. What about you? I can't stop getting pussy, man. It's ruining my life. Genuinely, it's fucking. God, man, I'm just climbing through it every day.
Batting away.
It's a jungle of cunt. It's fucking crazy out there.
But it's actually a thing. Like I've been to.
He's still serious about it.
No, but I'm serious about it because, bro, I was having a conversation with my missus about this the other night. It's like, it's a real.
I was fucking my beautiful girlfriend the other night.
No, but I was like, it's a thing.
I was about to make her come for the sixth time, and then you know how it is.
You know.
I had to take off my Rolex before I.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get all of her orgasm juice on my Rolex because there was going to be a lot of it.
I only put 9 inches in, but I'm not crazy, I'm not going to give it the whole thing. I'm not going to give it the whole thing.
I just go halfway and leave it at 9.
Halfway is nuts.
That's crazy. But I was saying to her, I was like, it's one of those things where it is the only addiction that people don't take seriously, and that is actually an addiction.
It's fair.
All joking aside, I go I've been to meetings and stuff. It's actually it's a problem. And
a sex meeting is just a place to meet people to have sex with. Let's be honest.
No, it's not. I go to male only meetings for that exact reason.
You go to
if I go to
you got something to tell her?
No, but if I go to
male only sex meetings.
Yeah, hey Kevin, you love to fuck?
Yeah. If I go to mixed meetings, the whole time I'm gonna be thinking about fucking some girl across from me.
Yeah,
so I have to go to
because
male only meetings.
she loves to fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah. She's down to do it in the car.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
I'm not gonna lie, being bricked up in a sex meeting is so funny. Just
everyone's
rock hard.
Dude, I went to one mixed
You went
meeting.
to a male only? That's sad.
Those are the meetings
bro.
I go to.
That's sad, bro.
But what else am I gonna do?
You still got
Stop fucking.
No, I haven't been to a meeting in a while.
So what? But this was on point. This was sex.
Yeah.
Just don't. But I don't.
Let's say to Aaron. Just stop heroin.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand the sex of that. I don't get what's so bad about
because you're
fucking.
not a sex addict.
But what's
That's like saying I don't understand an alcoholic.
No, but I understand.
because you don't feel the need for alcohol.
I understand how an alcoholic ruins their life by having alcohol.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you're going to ruin your life by fucking women.
Oh, easy, dude. I mean, for example,
fucks with your schedule.
But they say an addiction's an addiction when it interferes with your day-to-day life. So, for example, I remember one time. This is the thing I always say when it was when I really accepted that I was an addict. But it was I was in bed.
I hate you so much. I know it's a real thing. I know
but you don't know.
No, I do. I swear I know. But
this is bro.
Do you know what it is?
He says it.
No, do you know what it is? Well, do you know what's with you?
I'm a survivor.
Exactly. I know. Because here's the thing. It's the same when you talk about cutting your hair and you're like, I'm a donut.
I didn't say I'm a donut.
I know, but you might as well have. Yeah. You make everything righteous. And I know you're not meaning to, but you're like, The first moment I realised I was an addict, it's like you're talking about you lost your family in a fucking gambling spiral. You couldn't stop eating cunt. It's fine. Just go on. Try and say it without being a fucking pretentious cunt, please.
Okay. But this is what I mean, though. We're talking about the likability thing. To sound like a pretentious cunt, I don't know how to not do that. It's just how I sound. I don't know. I'm not. We are. But this is good. This is like therapy. Yeah. What I don't understand is, don't get me wrong, I hear it.
If me and Josh are your therapist, by the way, you're fucked.
I've got 6 months.
We're both gonna kill
But like, if we get into the crux of it, it's like, it's not that I don't hear it. Like when you point it out, I go, yeah, that sounds like a pretentious kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't. And maybe that is just the autism. I don't know how to not sound how I sound.
Yeah, it probably is that.
So when I say the moment I realised I was an addict,
you have a way of speaking, and that's just how you are.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do.
And so when I say something like the moment I realised I was an addict, I don't know how to say that. My brain just malfunctioned. I don't know how to say that in any other way than saying that. Or the moment the night I realised I had a problem, whatever. But basically, what happened was I was going to bed, and I know. By the way, I know this story. Yeah, but this is going to sound like, this is the thing when you don't understand sex addiction, you will hear this story and you'll go, oh, what a fucking prick. But basically it was like 1:30 in the morning. I was going to bed and I was fucking like knackered, like really, really tired.
From fucking all day.
I was just knocking out orgasms left, right, and centre. Honestly, it was a real day.
But I was really fucking tired, and it was like 1:30 a.m. It was fucking cold. It was pissing down with rain outside, grim night. And I was going to bed, and I was about to fall asleep. And right before I went to sleep, I was like, let me just check my phone one more time, because that's the thing. It's like a slot machine. Yeah. You know, like when you like get notifications on your phone, you're like, let me just check one more time. So it's like that. So I was going to bed, and I was in bed, and I was like, I was about to fall asleep, and I was like, let me check my phone one more time. And I flipped my phone over, and there was a notification from one of these apps that I was on from this chick, and she was like, hey, you're really hot. Do you want to come fuck me? And I was like,
yeah, but can I just try quickly?
Yeah.
Okay.
First, don't you hate when that
happens?
But this is what I'm saying. Okay, how do I do it?
Okay.
How do I tell this?
No, but also.
That is the message she sent. She said, hey, you're really hot.
Okay.
Do you want to come and fuck me?
Let me, 2 things quickly. How old was you at the time?
I must have been 26.
Okay, see, that's a problem, because here's my thing. If I was she hot?
No, that's the whole point.
That makes it way. You start with that.
That's a problem.
She was not.
Okay.
That changes the whole story.
But here's my thing. If I was 19, 20 even, and I got a message on my phone saying, you want to come and fuck me, I'd kill 4 men to get there. I'd go to battle.
Yeah.
As soon as I hit 22, I don't want to fuck you even if I could teleport you here. I want to watch TV and go to bed. I don't want to look at you.
I'm an addict.
I know.
Yeah.
This is the thing. So I saw that message.
You're like a horny 17-year-old forever.
Yeah, but the thing is, the way that, because I've got friends who have gambling problems, coke problems, alcohol problems, and I've spoken to them about it, and the feeling is very similar, where what happens is, and it's the same thing with their versions, with sex addiction, it's the exact same thing. What happens is, I see that message, I open the chat, I'm like, this woman is not attractive.
I shouldn't do it.
Yeah. And then I say, where do you live? And she said, Surrey. And it was like, I Googled it on Waze, and it was like an hour and a half. And I was like, and it was already like 2 a.m. And I went, I don't want to do this. And I went, okay, cool, I'll be there in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And she went, great. And I got out of bed, and I put my fucking grey fuckboy trackies on, and I sprayed some fucking cologne. And the whole time I'm doing
Imagine that man coming around to fuck you. Like,
And it's pissing down, it's freezing cold, and I'm putting my trackies on, I'm fucking spraying my fucking aftershave, like getting into fuckboy mode. And I leave the house, I get in the car, and I drive for an hour and a half. And the whole drive, I've got this thing in the pit of my stomach being like, I feel awful. Yeah. Why am I doing this? I feel awful. I feel disgusting. I feel shame. I hate myself.
Yeah.
It's like a horrible, horrible thing. And then you get there, she opens the door, and you're like, oh. You know? And then
that's tough for this girl. That's tough for that girl.
That
is tough for that girl.
No, I don't react like that.
Dad said she opened the door. He went, oh,
fucking hell.
Can you imagine if you had a bird round from Tinder and you opened the door and she went, oh,
come on.
And he just pulls his chances down.
Fucking hell.
Get it over with.
I didn't.
This is worse than I thought.
Yeah. I didn't actually like visibly react like that. But I mean, like mentally, you know.
Yeah.
I know that makes me sound like a real arsehole.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know it does.
But,
you asked if what she looked like, and that's the honest truth.
Yeah.
You know?
Just do me a favor, look right in the camera and say that one more time.
Yeah.
Just really.
How would you have felt if that's the thing for me is always like when I know it's an addiction is if I start feeling really bad if I don't do the thing. So if you had just put your phone down and gone to bed, you wouldn't have been able to go to bed.
No, I would have been tormented.
Yeah, your mind would
that's
start
what it
running.
is.
Yeah.
100%. And so then I get there, we have sex or whatever.
Good sex?
No, it was really bang average. It was not good. And then like, because it's like it's late, it's dark. I'm not attracted to her, and I'm just in the motion, being like, it's like I just need to get this done.
Yeah,
and logically, you're like, if you don't want to do it, you're not attracted to her. Why are you doing it?
No foreplay, no alcohol.
No, it's just
like,
you're just doing it.
yeah.
And then I did it, and then I get back in the car, and I'm driving her, and now it's like I'm driving all the way back to mine.
That's a sad drive.
Right.
Home, yeah.
And I get home and it's like 6 a.m. And I've got to be up the next day because I was working at the time. So it's like I'm going to get in 2-3 hours sleep. So the next day I'm fucked. I'm so tired. I had a shit night. And as soon as I come, by the way, the whole drive home, I feel riddled with like shame and guilt and disgust at myself.
I feel like that when I just wank into a sink.
Right.
I
so
can't
imagine that like times 1,000.
Yeah.
So I just hate myself visibly. And then I wake up the next day and I'm on 2 hours sleep and my day's fucked. And then I don't do the shit I was meant to do. And then my whole life starts to spiral out of control. And so that's when I looked into the symptoms of sex addiction. I had every single one. And I was like, all right, fuck, yeah, fair.
And how the post-nut clarity must hit
Do you
so
think the
different.
girl would be willing to collab on if you do a clip of this? Just tag her.
I don't know who she is.
She's dead now.
Couldn't take the load.
She thought I was already fucked her to death.
She couldn't take the python.
Yeah.
You guys stop fucking when they're dead?
What was the because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to, fucking
Wasn't it? No,
addiction shame.
I remember you saying isn't it fucking pedos?
Yeah, a lot of pedos.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And the thing is, I didn't.
And you're just there in a beanie. Like,
I wasn't in a beanie at the time.
But that is crazy.
Yeah.
Picturing like a bunch of 50-year-old nonsense, and then
beanie,
Ollie's like, I can't stop fucking women, and they're like, I want to fuck children. Yeah, that's a big jump.
It is a shock because I was like, I realized it's that thing of like, I realized I had a problem. And I was like, fuck, okay, I've actually got a problem. But then it takes a little while for you to actually genuinely accept that you got it. Because you can be like, oh, I've got a problem. But then you just try not to think about it. And then it keeps happening. And you're like, okay, no, I have to. The first step is like admitting you're an addict.
Yeah.
And so I was like, right, I should probably go to meetings. And so I looked online. And luckily, I had the self-awareness to be like, if I was so tempted to book a mixed meeting, and I was like, I know as I click this button, I'm doing it because I'm hoping there's going to be some like nympho sitting across from me.
Yeah, but bro, that's
think how hot that'll be.
That's so good though.
What?
That's banging.
Yeah, but he's just sex addict.
Yeah, he's not getting this at all.
No, listen.
There's no.
Listen.
That's like being like, mate, I just knew if I withdrew money from the bank, I'm gonna buy cocaine.
No.
Think about it. Then you got cocaine.
It's great. But listen. You're saying that. Okay, first of all, one last rodeo, never hurt anyone, okay? But what I'm saying is,
Not allowed to have thoughts about it?
you drove to Surrey to have sex with a lovely lady that you didn't find attractive, okay?
Yeah.
So I get that, and then you drive an hour and a half home, it was terrible sex because there's no like build up, there's no attraction, it's a weird setting. I get that why that's a bad thing, I understand. And I understand you don't get sleep, it fucks your day up, get it. But you pop over to a little meeting, and you meet a little saucy lady who loves a bit of cock, right? She is gagging for it. She's sexy, so the attraction's there.
Yeah.
She loves it.
Yeah.
And you're from somewhat of a similar area, I'm guessing, because you're going to meetings in somewhat of the same area. I mean, there's no women from Surrey coming into London for a meeting, right?
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden, you've got a girl who's gagging for it, lives 10 minutes down the road, and she's so horny that you can fuck her at convenient times.
Yeah, couldn't you you could kind of cancel each
not
other
good.
out, couldn't you?
Why not?
If you just pair up, so every time you're like, I want to fuck, you both fuck.
Yeah.
And both...
But let's just
No, 'cause it
let's not
doesn't
do it at
work-
4
it
in the morning.
doesn't
Let's
work like that.
let's just fuck every day at 8
No,
o'clock.
it doesn't work like that.
It's fun.
Because I need novelty. I need novelty. It's like if I fuck someone once or twice in a casual way, I have no interest anymore. That's the other thing where the addiction comes in. That's why it has just got to be new.
It's crazy.
I do kind of get that.
Yeah.
Dude, I've done that to the extent where I remember there was one time.
You're such a knobhead.
Why?
It's just so funny.
It's so funny.
I need novelty.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Saying it like that.
That was almost worse than what I just said.
My
a minute
problem
ago.
is novelty.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
New is always better.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
I've put myself.
I get
in-
sick of someone's face after a couple of times of coming on
No,
it.
but the thing is, part of it is that it is just that eternal that eternal chase for more.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Coke. It's like you start by maybe doing it once a week.
Yeah.
Then it's, every Saturday night. Then it's like, okay, Friday's also a night out, so it's fair if I do it on Fridays. Yeah. Then it's like, well, Thursday's a new Friday, so now you're doing it Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. Then suddenly Sundays, well, you do a bit of a Sunday roast, fuck it, I'm still left over from Saturday. And then next thing you know, you're doing Coke every day.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's like you start off having like, a casual hookup with someone maybe, and you're like, oh, that's cool. But then you like have it with someone else, and then that person looks different to the other person, and then you find someone else and someone else. And then suddenly it's like you sleep with someone, and then you've done that, and then just in your mind, you're like, okay, but I need someone that now looks different to them. I need someone new. And you just keep going.
See, this feels like an autism thing as well, though. You're like, I need to collect all the colours or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need all of the colours.
But I've had it in weird situations where like it's been genuinely like, and that's the thing. Part of it's the ADHD thing of the seeking, the like the impulse seeking thing, like the dopamine chasing thing of like putting myself in risky situations. Yeah. Like people with ADHD are higher likelihood of being like drink drivers and things like that. It's like that risk factor of like you keep pushing it to the higher level. Yeah. I had it one time where there was this woman I matched on an app, and she lived like around the corner from where I lived. And I remember I saw a picture of her, and it was like rough. She was way older. She was not in her prime. She was not looking the best, right? And I remember
we need to find all these. We need to get photos of them.
I called her on the phone, and I remember like
She's not in her prime.
She's not in her prime.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be polite. Yeah,
It's like
But do you know what? It's such a polite, not polite.
Yeah, well, it's
thing.
the rudest thing to say ever.
She was way past her best.
Yeah.
I feel like this is just digging me a massive hole.
Yeah, it fully is. But that's why we're doing it. She was past right. Carry on. She was past her expiry date.
She was expired.
Yeah, she was.
Those eggs were scrambled.
She was way beyond the best buy. Like, let's carry on.
No, it was just there's no like big finish or anything. It's just that like I got round to her house. I heard her on the phone. She sounded kind of creepy as well, and I was like,
creepy
all right.
how?
Just it was like a weird voice.
Hello.
It was just, no, it was just
like, hey yo, hey bro,
I can't suck this pussy, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't suck this pussy, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, just weird.
Yeah.
And I went to a house and it was weird and.
What kind of weird though? What she have like
It was
dolls
just
on the wall or something?
not dolls on the not that level, but like
weird.
you know when you just walk in someone's place and it's a bit something's not right.
Yeah.
And I was in there and I was like, I don't even think I fucked her in the end.
Oh,
Maybe I
God.
did.
See, so honestly, I think
I might have just eaten her
I
cunt or
think
something.
every 17. What did you say? Eating her off.
I might have just eaten her cunt or something. I don't know. I don't know.
I love how that's the like compromise.
Yeah, so,
not you suck my dick. It's like I'm not gonna fight you, but I'll eat your pussy for a bit.
Yeah, but that's part of the novelty. I want to eat different pussy.
Oh
You know.
my god. Right.
It sounds awful saying it, but it sucks. It actually sucks.
But
all joking aside, and this is like 100% serious, this part of my life that everyone thinks is so fucking sick has given me more torment.
I
and
don't think it's
turmoil.
sick. I think that's sad.
Yeah.
I don't think
No,
that's
I
sick.
know you do, but
Yeah.
I'm saying a lot of people, like you
Yeah.
said, it's easy to be like, oh, this fucking guy, he's fucking all these different girls, and it must
Yeah.
be. I've had more depression and turmoil and torment and shame from this part of my life
Yeah.
than anything else in my life.
One night stands are not fun.
Most of the time, yeah.
I don't find them fun
Most of the
generally.
time,
yeah,
yeah.
of course you can have
There's
the
the odd
exception,
exception
but-
where you have a great connection
But
with
I
someone.
also think, on a date, alcohol's involved. It's a bit more like organic. But just rocking up to someone's house and being like, "Let's just have sex."
Yeah.
It's never. I don't. I've had a great experience in that format where you just go. We're both stone cold sober. We barely know each other. I'm just gonna come in your house. Hey, should we do this? Yeah, go on, get on the bed. Fuck. And it's just a weird thing. And then as soon as you come, you're like,
so
I don't even.
transactional.
Yes, exactly.
I think the other thing as well is like going back to the meetings we were talking about. First time I went to Sex Addicts Anonymous for a meeting, I assumed it was going to be pretty much like everyone was going to be in the same boat as me. So they'd kind of been like poisoned by hookup culture. Because also that's the other thing. I'm not like. Obviously, I've got my own issues, and that's why I am an addict. But there is a thing of like with the apps that has drastically changed it because like. Back in the day before like Tinder and Hinge and Field and whatever,
to a bar.
you had to go out to the clubs or the pubs or the bars, and you had to find a girl and hope that you could charm her, and maybe she'd be into it, and you'd fucking maybe great, I got lucky. But like now it's like you're just swipe, and then one of them's like come and fuck me, and you're like sweet. It's just like it's a slot machine.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. It's so soulless.
Yeah, it's almost like
It's good and bad because it's like you wouldn't ever meet those. Like it's like you would never meet those people outside of your immediate.
Yeah, it
friend
broadens
circle.
the pool.
It's accessibility, but it's also like I think a good connection to it is almost like the TV to like Instagram thing, where it's like back in the day, there was a TV guide.
Yeah.
Like, if you wanted to watch a film, you had to be at home at 7.
Yes.
There was like a structure. You had to actually do something.
And it was a half an hour show or an hour show.
Or an hour, or an hour film.
Yeah.
If a film was on and you hadn't seen it, it was exciting. We need to be Sunday, 12 o'clock is on.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, scroll. So it's just like
It's soulless.
over accessibility fucks you. It's too much.
And so that was a big thing for me. And so when I went to my first meeting, I thought like, oh, it's going to be, everyone's going to be like this. That's what the vibe's going to be. Or maybe there'll be some people addicted to porn or whatever. And then like, bro, I get to the meeting and like, everyone's doing their kind of shares and stuff. And I'm
you have
just
to go
sitting
like, hi, I'm Ollie. And
I'm an addict. Yeah.
They
that's
make you
so
do that.
fun.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
It's just like, that's the program. It's just,
Do you sit in a circle?
Yeah.
Ollie's
Really?
Just,
you sit in a circle.
Ollie's just like, hey, I'm Ollie. I look like Jesus. If you
Alright guys, I'm Ollie. I look like Jesus to me. He came out of the dead having a vape shop. He just waits for the laughs.
Yeah. Dude, I'm killing the addict zone.
So you need to get into the addict scene.
It's just some guy crying because he wants to fuck kids and he's trying not to, and Ollie's just doing his tight five.
He's just there with a notebook. Like, right, what do you think about this guy? This one's kind of new.
What about pedophiles?
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, you know what I'm saying.
But I remember, dude, it was crazy because
This
like,
guy gets it. He's like, yeah, I actually do. I'm a paedophile.
dude, one guy was like, he was doing, so you have like normally someone who will do like the main share. So like everyone, not everyone, but hopefully as many people as possible get a chance to share for like maybe a minute or two. But then you have someone who does like the main share for that week. So they get like, 10 minutes or so maybe to properly tell a thing. And the guy that time, he wasn't even in the room this time. He was on Zoom and he was telling his story. And he was basically saying like, I'm not going to go like too deep into detail, but because obviously it's a personal thing.
I'll get his hat as well.
Yeah, exactly. But he was saying how, he started off with like nudie mags. He was older. He's like, he started off with nudie mags when he was younger. And then he got like more into porn. And then he got more into prostitutes. And then he was like, it ruined like 2 or 3 of his marriages from it. And he was like, and now, he said, now I'm at a point where like it just got more and more extreme. And now I'm on house arrest. And they've seized my hard drive for indecent material.
Whoa.
And I'm waiting to be like, have the court thing. And I remember watching
Fucking
that.
hell.
And the crazy thing is, because
Wait, so
I was new.
that doesn't seem like the natural trajectory. It's like porn.
That's a big. That's a big thing. I heard about it. It's a big thing.
So he goes to child share?
Prostitutes.
Yeah. Like, okay.
So it's prostitutes. Then George is in fucking trouble.
No. It's not prostitutes. It's there's a rise. So there's basically a thing. We'll have to use like a different. We'll call it nonsense because for the YouTube or whatever. There's a big rise at the moment apparently so you have what's called I think true nonces and then like not true nonces. So true nonces are typically people who maybe they had shit when they were younger happen to them or whatever, and so it's kind of like just in them, and then they obviously typically become nonces. But they're seeing more people where because of the advancent of hardcore pornography and pornography getting more extreme and more extreme and more extreme.
Oh, they're falling into it.
They're falling into it where people who would start watching like standard regular videos
And they watch Barely Legal and shit.
then they watch Barely Legal and then it gets more intense, and then suddenly they end up there. But I
mean, that's normal, isn't it?
What? Okay.
Well, that's what.
Wow.
Was that? It's not what you guys are.
Wow.
No.
No? Okay. We were doing so well.
No, I mean it's.
I'm having a daughter. Okay, I can't speak on these things.
Yeah. She's gonna be a star.
Yeah. When's the due date again?
When's her first shoot?
Oh God. Her first shoot.
She's not Barely Legal. She's barely alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mate,
She's not
George
even
did
here.
that. George did that joke yesterday, didn't he?
Which one?
21.
Oh yeah.
Where you did the.
Which is kind of a. I was gonna say to him, and I've had this conversation
It is
before. It's
wild.
kind of a rip off of a Louis bit.
Is
No,
it?
it's another.
Oh,
there's-
I've heard
it's
that.
another
Louis
twist.
bit,
There's
actually,
multiple.
yeah.
There's multiple. I've seen another guy do the exact same joke.
It is very
but
similar to
obviously
Louis,
it was
isn't
like
it?
it wasn't phrased in the same way, but it was the exact same premise.
Basically, the point
And he didn't make it land either.
The point I was trying to make with this whole meeting thing was that like it's crazy because you hear someone say that, and I'm new to the meetings. It's my first one, and so I was like, my reaction was like, fucking, and I'm looking around, and everyone's just like,
You're just gonna be like, I drove to Surrey to fuck some.
Yeah, you're
But
expecting
there wasn't
a
all
reaction.
that. Yeah.
I was looking around being like, did he just fucking? But they're all just like silently looking down, like, yep. And I'm like, that's
Just rock hard.
crazy.
everywhere.
And one guy's talking
And then
about
what
how he
happens?
fucking bankrupted him.
And then what happened? Describe the video you watched,
Yeah.
Greg. Describe it in full detail.
And one guy was
please.
talking about like he went bankrupt from cam girls, like just from spending money on
Yeah,
webcam girls,
that's
like
so
bankrupted himself.
sad, yeah.
Like it's really crazy. And then actually what happened, it actually had a kind of good effect on me because I was like,
You're not
Okay,
that
cool.
bad.
I was really stressed out and I felt really kind of alone and fucked up about my situation. And
Yeah,
then-
when they treat it as if it's normal, then that's
well, well, that, but also seeing the extremes of where everyone else was at in that room, I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, but
I'm
can
not
I,
that, yeah.
Can,
I'm
but
not
can,
that,
can I
yeah.
just say, just because you're not a paedophile doesn't mean you weren't fucked up as well. Ollie's like,
Yeah.
I don't have child porn. I'm good. I don't need to come back. Have a day.
I'm actually
I
fucking
thought,
fine.
I thought I had a problem.
I'm gonna go and meet a girl now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I had a problem, but I don't watch ones. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go meet a bird in Surrey again.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that's fucking crazy.
That's
Men, do you know what? I will say this: men have such a broad, like, spectrum in terms of who they can be. Like,
Yeah.
a man can be like a patriarch of a family, like your granddad, and he's like this great man, and he raised the whole family, he provides for the whole family. A man can change the trajectory of his whole bloodline's life by becoming something. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're, do you know what I'm saying? Or you can be like the top guy, and then you can be the guy that goes bankrupt from watching cam girls.
Yeah.
And that's, how crazy is it that and that are the same thing?
Yeah.
And it's just a choice. That's so, that guy that spends all his money on cam
that
girls,
guy-
that's like one of the lowest
Yeah.
thing. That's so sad to
Yeah, but
me.
again, is it like, this is the thing, not to get too philosophical, but it's like, how much of a choice is it? If you're in a society where...
Yeah, it's environmental, isn't it?
No,
Like, your
I mean
environment
more-
is surrounded by things that are encouraging you to
Yeah.
go so deep into hedonism that you fuck yourself up. It's like, how much of a choice did you really have?
No, but you still have a choice. Because and again, I don't mean a choice as in like you're consciously choosing every time it happens, but I'm saying there are forks in the road, innit? Always for everyone.
Of course,
There's
yeah.
like a lot of those guys are often fat, bald losers, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them are, right?
Why have they got to be bald? What is
I don't know.
that?
My uncle is. No, but like, yeah, no. But there's the forks in the roads. There's like, look, you're 25, you're a bit of a loser, you can't speak to women. You can sit in your room and watch TV all day, or you can maybe go to the gym.
No, for
or you
sure.
can go and
What
learn
I'm-
how to dance.
But what
or
I'm
whatever,
talking
you know?
about is that, like,
Learn how to dance.
if you...
That's the way out of being a pedo.
Yeah.
I can dance.
He does a big ballet number. It's like, just, this is my story, my truth. By Ashley
He's like, I was gonna be a pedo, and then I learned how to.
No, the salsa. Yeah.
I can do a plie now. It's great.
Jeez. Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm
Who
saying
needs kids when you can do the Macarena?
So like, I'm not thinking about kids, right?
no, but you know what I'm saying? You can build confidence through various like challenges.
No, I know.
or
I think what I
whatever,
was
you
trying
know?
to say is that, like, if you grow up in like a shit environment and like all your family are sniffheads and all your friends are sniffheads, like the odds of you becoming a sniffhead is way higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it.
No, you didn't. Yeah.
I made choices.
You made
That's what I'm
choices,
saying.
yeah.
I'm not saying it's easy. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it like fucking. I understand how people fall
Yeah.
into things, but I'm just saying
You're shaming survivors. Yeah, exactly.
No,
exactly.
but there are forks in the road where you
Yeah.
can make choices. Look at Josh. He should have killed himself years ago, but he
Yeah.
hasn't, and we're
Yeah.
glad
Not
because
yet.
he's here for this great episode.
Can I ask a genuine? This is a serious question, right? And then we
When are you
should probably wrap up.
Yeah, when are you
because
gonna do
it's
it?
When
When are you gonna do it?
If you had, no, I wasn't. Gonna,
How would you do it?
no, I wasn't going to say that. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to ask this serious question. This might be a bit dark. A serious question.
Oh,
this is a
God.
serious question. What would you say is like the percentage chance
Oh my god!
of you yourself in the next couple of years?
Please say us.
Couple of years.
The next like
Wait. Let's guess. Let's
when
do
you
like
see yourself in 5 years.
in a box.
I'll be dead for 3 years.
Let's do the Price is Right guess. Like who gets the closest number for his
Okay.
percentage. I'm gonna say he's at like a cool 44%.
I think probably lower. I'm going to say 32%.
I mean, I was going to say like 5%. 44?
That's like a 50.
50 chance. Fucking hell.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
you know that sobering moment when you realise how other people see you.
Yeah, like, wow.
We're like, what are the
And he's
chances?
like, he's like, oh no, I'm going to go way lower, 32. It's like, fucking hell, just 1/3. 1 in 3.
You said it like you were doing him a favour.
Yeah, no, it's going to be lower than that.
I give him more credit than that. I reckon he's got a 66%
Yeah, that's
chance.
insane.
Well, because you said earlier, you were like, oh yeah, I mean, I might do that in a year.
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't say it like a 5% guy.
But I do get like, yeah, it's true. You were giving 40% vibes earlier.
We didn't both come out with 45 and 35 like for nothing.
We didn't pull it out of our arse.
Yeah.
That number was based
We
on
looked
stats.
at the data.
Yeah. No, but I do because I just know when I've been depressed, I've been at a cool 95%.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been on that line.
In the depression, yeah, when you're going through it.
He's such a software engineer.
Yeah,
this guy,
yeah. I don't want to. I never want.
I never want to control all.
I was about to say, bro. I never want to control alt backspace myself.
Yeah, I never want to cut.
Well, you could have laughed, you know? You could have laughed. That was a good line. I know you wanted to say it, but you could have
Yeah,
laughed.
but the acknowledgement was that.
I know. That was good. But go on. Tell us more about how you're not going to make it.
Yes. No, I never wanted. When I'm in really in it, I never actually want to do it. I just don't
want to be here.
I just don't want to feel sad anymore. That's all it is.
I can.
But the thing is, when you look at it, right? So, like, if you're not religious or whatever, death is like
the sweet release.
Death is like neutral. It's like perfect neutral. It's like it's not good or bad. It's nothing. And like generally, most people sit in like good throughout their day to day. But when you're sat in bad, so like for if you're sat in good, death is bad.
Yeah.
Because it's on the other side.
Yeah.
But if you're sat in bad all the time,
Death is
good.
death looks like good to you.
I'm sold. I'm fucking.
Yeah. So let's get together, guys.
No, but I will say this.
Shot on the first.
I will say I had like a 2-year spell where I was like there.
Yeah.
From when I was like 22 to 24 probably, I was like consistently.
For me, it was 19.
I was like consistently. I'm talking like. I had the thing in my head where I was like, I need to die.
Yeah,
I need.
That's what it is.
I used to say,
I just can't. You're like, I don't think I can carry on doing this.
Yeah,
like,
I
I'm
can't do
worried
this.
I might have to.
I would say to my bird and that, like, this life isn't for me. Like, I just know this thing is gone wrong.
That's
I just can't do it anymore. Yeah, I know, but that's how I felt like.
I'm just not destined for this life.
Yeah.
This mortal coil.
But
Just sitting there with that moustache.
She's
I didn't have that then.
She's like, go and get a fucking job.
But
I know you want to delete yourself, but why don't you start picking up dog shit? See if that helps.
Yeah. Well, I was an estate agent.
Have you said the story about when you wrote?
Yeah. I've wrote a couple, but I've got it in the other room if you want to read through it.
You wrote a goodbye note.
Yeah.
My
I wrote a see you later. Forever note.
Imagine
See you later, alligator.
signing off your
See you later.
Alligator.
Smell you later.
Oh
man.
But I will say this. Yeah, I bet you can relate to this.
Then he proceeds to say the saddest thing.
Hey, you'll get this, buddy.
It's right up your street.
I've always said if there was a death button, like if you had a button on the back of your neck where you just go boom, done, no pain, no fear, just go.
Yeah,
I would have been gone so long ago.
The meme of the hand going to the button.
But I would have hit it instantly. I would have been
For me,
done.
I had it where. So you said what, 22 to 23 or whatever.
21 to 23.
So for
something
me,
like that,
it was 19. That was my year.
Yeah.
And I was like, but the thing is, because it was just me and my
Mum,
mum.
private school's over. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Wow.
Oh, I've just finished private school.
Wow.
I've fucked all the girls at private school. Wow. Oh, so I've finished them all. There's no novelty left. Mum, you my novelty.
That was so good.
No, it was a bit more than that. It was a bit more stuff than that. But,
Yeah, go on.
yeah, my friend died, my dad died.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah. My friend died, my dad died, my girl left me, and all my friends were out at the sea.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I had no money, and I was a loser. So,
Yeah.
actually, it was a bit deeper than that.
You didn't have to make it sad.
Yeah. Now I feel terrible.
You fuck off to Wyanappa. Hey, if you get a spare 5 minutes, go get the rest of it.
Oh, yeah, nice.
But anyway, so but for me it was 19. But I don't know if either of you had this, but I had it where because it was just me and my mum, I knew that if I did that to myself,
Yes.
if I ended it, I knew I'd break her heart because
Yeah,
I was
for
all
sure.
she'd lost her husband, and so it's like if I left, I was all she was living for. If I left, she's out.
Who was she gonna make ham and cheese toasties for? You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so for me, I never thought about actually like doing it.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, I wanted to die, so I was
Yeah.
like, I would have fantasies of like, if I just got hit by a bus, that would be the best thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
Because then
Been
it's
there,
not my
brother.
fault, and then it's done, and I can escape this horrible
If I
hell.
was at a beach party in Napa right now, that'd be
Yeah.
great.
I've sat on a bridge like above a
Really?
train line
Wow.
a few times.
Wow.
Jeez.
Okay,
And
that's really dark.
And just,
That's really dark.
hey,
That's dark.
just thought about it. You know?
just
Really,
just
ponder
mulled it over.
Yeah, I'll do, bro. I was fucked,
so,
man.
and you were like an estate agent at the time as well.
Yeah, I was in
So
I was in a suit sitting on the bridge.
He's in like a shit fucking M&S suit. It doesn't fit well, and he's like fucking sitting over a bridge.
Ah, brother.
But in that situation, why didn't you?
Yeah, well.
Like what did you have to stop you?
It's
from doing
fear, isn't it? I think. As
Yeah, it's
well.
fit. Honestly,
You don't
I
want-
just
don't want to.
I said the same with the
Yeah.
button thing. If there was guns in this country, we would have been over because it's just a quick thing. The thing of like jumping or
You have to
or
do something.
Doing
Yeah.
something is scary. Like the toaster in the bath was always just that's a sweet one. But
That's a sweet one.
I lived in my nan's flat and we had a walk-in shower, so that was off. That was out of the cards, But
You're just getting like zapped.
What's crazy is like
Yeah.
I went to private school and you had a flasher gaff than me. Like you have a walk-in shower, you had a bidet.
Sorry.
I didn't have a working shower for 25 years.
Sorry, a walk-in shower was
Yeah.
a elderly disabled council fucking shower. It was a wet room with a chair.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't
It's not,
a walk-in shower. And
you're not thinking.
the
You're
B-
thinking of that through the private lens of a walking
And
shower.
the B-day was fucking because my nan was
B-day
90
was-
and she couldn't wipe her ass. It was a special disabled toilet.
B-Day was my uncle.
This guy had a chair lift up the stairs, he was sorted.
This guy had a fucking lift in his house. The guy said you had a walk-in shower. Funny.
You had a living lady, you know?
Yeah. I can't lie. Banger of an episode.
Banger of an episode.
That was
bro.
great.
I'm creasing.
I'm
and it
thi-
was
I'm
a
thinking
slow
about-
start as well.
I'm thinking about replacing you with him, honestly. I think the chemistry.
It's funny how
is-
you think you have the power to do the replacing. Right? That's what's really funny about that.
No, that was good. We got to
Yeah.
get this guy on a few times
100%.
before,
Because I feel like
before it happens.
Yeah. We got to get him on. Like, let's do a couple of episodes next week.
Yeah, let's bank a few. Yeah, let's bank a few. Yeah.
You can release them posthumously.
Yeah.
Because I got to be honest, the first like half an hour, I was like, this is a bit slow. There haven't been any moments or clippable moments.
It was- yeah,
and then he
yeah.
was whining on about his dead mate. And like, so I was like, this is a bit of a shit one, isn't it? And then it just picked up, So it's great.
He was.
It was when you asked me why.
Terry,
Yeah. Nice. It was when you asked me why did I want to become a software engineer. That's what kicked it off.
Yeah, that was a terrible.
That did kick it
was
off. You're
terrible,
welcome.
Yeah.
But no, obviously, rest in peace to your mate. And that sounded. I meant that.
Yeah,
sincerely.
That sounded so. Yeah,
I meant
yeah.
that. That was the autism.
Yeah.
I don't know how not to sound like it. Anyway, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Terry.
Yeah.
Right, let's wrap it up then.
No, not rest in peace, Terry. R.I.P. to your mate. That's
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
it's
most
your mate.
condescending shit.
Yeah.
You can't even remember his name.
No, I remembered it. But
He's not one of them girls you fuck. Remember his name.
But again, that's an autism. I feel like if I say his name, that feels like I don't know him, so I don't really have the right to say his name. So I just said R.I.P. to your mate. Do you know
Nah,
what I mean?
you got to put respect on a name, man.
Yeah, fair.
Rest in peace
Rest in
to
peace
Terry.
to Terry.
Terry Shambler
Okay.
was his last name.
Terry Shambler.
Shambler, yeah.
Okay, I was trying to think of a pun.
what are you
Oh,
gonna
I've
do?
got one, but I don't.
Go on.
Yeah, say it.
Well, it just he went out in a bit of a shambles, didn't he?
Hey.
I was thinking more like Terry Scrambler.
Terry Scrambler.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
His head was like scrambled eggs, you
We
know?
did that
That
one.
is
Yeah.
fucked up.
We did that one. Yeah,
No,
Scrambler.
that's so fucked
But
up.
honestly, God bless it. I actually
You're more
I
like
feel
Terry
really-
Rambler with the way you keep going on about it.
Hey! Zing!
Where can,
give us one of your
where can
street
people find
jokes
you?
quickly.
Oh wait,
Oh, yeah.
do you want to tell the street joke before we? Because you're never going to tell it on stage because you have the bottle. So do you want to say it on? No, he doesn't. He's not going to say it on stage.
Okay.
Do you want to say that?
Is it good?
Oh yeah, because you haven't heard it.
I haven't heard
It's
it.
a great joke. It's very funny. I
You-
think it's
and you
fitting
wrote
if we
this?
end with it.
Oh, my
doctor
street.
one.
Oh.
You wrote this.
Yeah, I wrote it.
Oh, let's hear it.
It's like a
buddy.
street joke.
Let's go.
Oh, fucking hell. I can't even remember how it fucking goes. It's,
You know it. It's the. Shall I do you want me to remind you?
I know it. It's okay. So it's a guy. He goes to the doctors, right? And he's speaking to the doctor, and he's like, I wanna get. I'm a short guy. I want to get I want to become taller. So can you do a surgery on me to make my legs longer? And the doctor's like, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, it does. It comes with obviously some risks. You understand, like obviously any surgery. So, but it's definitely possible. What we can do is we'll break the leg in your bone, and then we'll put some. It will extend, and then eventually you'll gain a bit of height. But like, you need to be aware of the risks. Like, are you absolutely sure that you want to do this? And he's like, yep, 100%. I'm definitely down. Definitely. Yeah, I want to do the surgery. I want to do it. And then so the doctor is like, right, okay. So they do the surgery, and the surgery is a complete success. And the guy comes in, and he's like, the doctor's like, right. So how do you feel now? How do you feel? And the guy's like, yep, I feel absolutely. I feel so much more confident. I'm like 6'3" now. It's amazing. Like everything's going great for me now. And the doctor's like, right, okay. I'm glad we could do that. And then the guy's like, okay, I want to do another thing. Still don't feel right. You know, I still don't feel like myself. Like I'm tall now, but I still feel not right. I think I'm also a woman. So I want to know, is it possible for you to do a sex change surgery on me? And the doctor's like, yeah, okay, that's obviously, it's more invasive this time. It's a very big commitment, you know. It's like, if you're absolutely sure this is what you want, then yeah, we'll do the surgery. And he's like, yes, I'm 100% positive. And so yeah, again, they do the surgery. It goes well. It's all fine. He gets the sex change operation, and he comes back a couple of weeks later, and the doctor's like, right, okay, how do you feel now that we've done the surgery? He's like, honestly, I feel amazing. Like I feel like I'm really becoming who I was meant to be. You know, it's like I'm a beautiful, tall woman. Like this is always who I was supposed to be. And the doctor's like, right, okay, yeah. So I'm glad that that's how you feel this way now. And so the doctor's like, right, okay, there's nothing else. There's nothing else you want to do. And he goes, actually, there's one more thing. There's one more thing I want you to do. I really feel, and I know this isn't maybe how a lot of people feel, but I feel like I want to get a chromosome removed. Okay. Actually, so he goes, I want to get an extra chromosome added in. And the doctor's like, well, that's actually, yeah, that's going to be very difficult. It's the whole gene therapy thing. That's going to be very difficult. We can do that, but I want you to, yeah, you're going to have to come back a couple of weeks afterwards. And
Do you want to just explain what that means, an extra chromosome, if people don't know?
No, it's fine. You'll get it. You'll get it. But yeah, so we'll have to add an extra chromosome. And he's like, are you absolutely sure you want to do this? And he's like, yes, I'm positive. This is the last thing I want to do. And so they do the surgery, and it goes well. He's a really good doctor. They do the gene therapy, and then so obviously he says like, come back in a couple of weeks and we'll reassess. And so the guy he comes back in a couple of weeks, and the doctor goes, he's like, so how do you feel now that we've done this final surgery? And the guy goes,
You made that so long.
Yeah, I know.
When George told me, he did it in like a minute.
No, but that's meant to be.
Exactly,
that's Norm Macdonald. It's meant because because the whole time, as soon as you said extra chromosome, in my head I went, he's gonna make a funny noise. But that's because I've watched a lot. Other people are going, oh, this is gonna go down some weird rabbit hole, and it's gonna be a big crazy finish, like a really intelligent finish, and the finish is just.
I thought
that's a Norm Macdonald kind of shit.
But I thought
great,
when it's a great bit. When George set it up, when he told it to me, as he said, this is Josh's joke. When he told it, he said like an extra chromosome, and then he clarified that's like Down syndrome. But like that was good because I wouldn't have known what an extra chromosome.
You didn't know that?
I wouldn't have known what it meant.
I knew that.
I didn't know that.
How the fuck did you not know that? You're mad intelligent.
it's like an extra 23rd chromosome.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I can't believe you didn't know that.
I had no idea.
I
think
just
it's
heard
23rd.
that around.
So luckily he said that's Down syndrome. And I was like, okay.
Oh,
That's
I knew
kind of
that.
why I was like, when you said that, I was like, you're stepping on the. I was like, you're getting towards
But by saying that, obviously people, even if people know Down syndrome,
You have to know.
They'll obviously make that connection. But
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like by
yeah.
saying Down syndrome,
You're
you're
kind of-
almost like making it too obvious.
Yeah,
They already
yeah,
understand
yeah.
it, but by saying the word, that might flick their head and go, oh, he might do a Down syndrome voice. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. True.
But
Well,
that's fucking.
on that lovely note, do you want to? Where can people find you?
You can't find me. I just hide in my house all day.
Great.
You can't find me.
He lives in
Okay?
Shadwell.
He
No,
does live
you
in Shadwell
no,
now.
no,
He lives
don't
in Shadwell.
no,
He used to live
you
in
can't
Pimlico,
find me.
Putney.
but now he lives in Putney, but now he's in Shadwell.
Yeah, he's in
can't be
Shadwell.
found.
He's in Shadwell, which is little. What was we on? No. Hey,
No, yeah,
we
no,
can't
do that. I tried it yesterday and it didn't work.
did it not work? I still believe.
Yeah,
in
that's
it.
a great bit.
I
I
believe
know,
in
it
it.
didn't work.
I believe in
We've
it.
been running to look. Where can people find you?
Yeah,
Instagram.
regular.
Yeah,
Josh.
but what fucking? How can it be so hard to promote yourself?
Regular Josh.
Regular Josh. 'cause
Regular
I'm just
Josh
a regular
on Instagram.
young man.
Yes. Yeah.
Regular Josh.
Regular Josh. All
Because
right.
my name's Josh.
Yeah.
And I'm regular.
And he's a regular at 21 Soho. If anyone wants to go and check him
Has a
out down
double
there at the
meaning.
club, yeah.
Yeah, regular
yeah.
Josh, all one word.
Yeah. Go and watch him. He's very funny.
He is very
He's funnier than he was today.
Yeah.
He's normally very good.
Yeah, no, this is not a representation of how good I am.
No, you were good. That was one of the best
This is a
episodes,
great
I think.
episode.
Yeah, that was really
The
funny.
second half,
We've
for
gone
sure.
for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
hell.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
1 hour 52.
Yeah.
That's mental.
And we piled on Ollie a bit today, and I like
Yeah,
that.
that was,
I like making
I'm not
Ollie
gonna lie,
feel
that's
bad.
kind of why I
Yeah.
came here for.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I was like, we need to.
I need to be taken down a peg.
need
I
to
can't be
bring
on the
him
king of the
down.
hill all the time. I have to sometimes come slum it and
Yeah.
be around the lessers, you know. So, okay, great. Well, yeah, great to be around. Go see you guys later, and yeah, take care.
Like, subscribe.
Like, subscribe. Let's go.